3, 2, 1, go! Excellent, sexy. All right, everybody. Are you ready for another episode of Warhams?
This will be the psychological traumatic edition.
Are you sure about
Yes. Hurt me plenty.
Greetings, friends.
that? I hate that difficulty mode.
Backlash.
Welcome back, everyone. I completely forgot how to do everything. We haven't been able to hop on this for a while. With all the things that's kind of occurred, everything else. There's a lot of things that happen in the back. But welcome back, everybody, to Warhams 40K.
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce everybody. You know, if you forgot who we were and everything, first off, the one who's been playing your Skitarii Ranger, Speaker D.
I am Speaker. Well, I'm Speaker, and I'm playing this man. That's all you have to know for today. I love you. I kill you.
Next up, an inquisitorial acolyte, Reeb Van Horn, played by
Earndil. Hi, yeah, I write for Alpha Abuse at this point because I don't write for TTS no more. I thought you were about to start the Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
Everyone always assumes I'm gonna do Jurassic Park, but no, that is the Sad Hulk theme. They have very similar intros.
It's like you have like the same scene. It's like, oh my god, they do move in herds, and it's a bunch of GW lawyers.
Next
Moving on.
I guess we're moving on. Okay. I'm
Everyone keep a good on an attitude.
I played the section Psycho Lorn in the Lorniverse.
Lorn, the extended Lorniverse.
We just don't give a fuck anymore. It's like, yeah, we're here.
We're off our shit.
In playing our rogue trader, playing Captain Zedek.
That's me. I'm HulkyKrow. I do some voice acting for Mr. Alpha Abuse and a couple of his cool friends and other projects. But yeah, I do a lot of funny, screamy, shouting stuff. I'm here to. I mean, I already had my emotional trauma last episode, so I think we're done with that.
Hulky, you sound especially New Yorker today.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
God damn it! I've worked so hard to get rid of that accent.
Why? I miss my old Jersey accent.
I am a beast of no nation.
Yeah, Joyzy.
Get on with it.
Oh, East Coast pride is dead.
I do enjoy the mental like gear shifts we have to make to be like, not TTS anymore. This
Alpha Busa. Alpha Busa.
Alpha Busa and Alpha Busa Incorporated.
A product of the Alpha Busa universe.
Yeah.
We suckle on the teat of the enormous Swede. A big Swede,
All
if you
right,
will.
you're banned.
All right, goodbye.
Speaker D has left the server.
Yeah, well, Speaker D will no longer be appearing in any Warhams. Hey, who are you, Thurston?
Oh, hello. Wow, way to bury the lead there. Hi. Wait, no, Zoran, introduce me. We have to keep a semblance.
I was
order
getting
here.
there, but I was waiting for a pause of uncommentary. So the one who will be leading us through these adventures today is our very own game master that we captured.
I'm like a fucking Pokemon. Like,
Yeah,
what?
man.
Did you find me and like threw a ball and it's like, this is how you collect game masters
Yeah,
now.
but we found Thurston under the moo truck.
Yeah, we've been saving the master ball for this one. All right, well, hi, I'm Thurston on Call GM, and I'm gonna be the GM. And just because things are weird right now doesn't mean I'm gonna relent on my psychological torment and emotional destruction of our players, because that's what we do around here. We do the haha funnies and the pain train. That's me.
So wonderful.
Yeah.
Do we have any? I don't think we have any folks watching over Tater Tot today, do we?
No, I did not get a list of those yet, so we'll update it next
time.
week.
Next time.
Yeah.
Can I make a small announcement?
What's up?
I just wanted to announce, ironically, today, I'm wearing my Ultramarines t-shirt. Isn't that
Wow,
such a coincidence?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
that's really great free advertising you're doing.
Can you mark him down a wrath point? In fact, mark him down both wrath points.
Mark that around point for wearing. Yeah, you're wearing great next week.
You're wearing the shirt for the rest of the episode.
Speaker, why aren't you wearing your licensed, well, not licensed, Warhams tank top that you can find that I'm
You're
also
right.
wearing
I'm
now?
wearing. Do we sell those? I hope we do.
We do, actually.
I'm wearing a Warhams t-shirt right now.
What the fuck?
What's your excuse, guys?
I never got that. I never got Pie Hard. I need.
I paid for it myself because I support the thing we do.
Well, I'm
No, fuck
by
that.
nature.
I forgot.
Bully.
I don't even have a
Wow.
Pie Hard poster.
Oh my god. I love that now that like TTS is kind of on hiatus, our intros are just like complete anarchy. It's wonderful.
It's fine. It's fine. We're getting into it. The
into
fans are here to listen to us be like this, so that I can build you up before I tear you down.
That's right.
So, Thurston, what adventure do you have for us today?
All right. So last time on the exciting worlds of Warhams, our intrepid band of chucklefucks woke up on in a cave in a strange icy planet, which they quickly realized was a different planet in the Fimbria system, where we've spent the last kind of major part of our arc in. After doing some exploration, they found a camp and the dead remains of crewman church from the old Carillon. Then they were approached by a strange Xenos of the Eldari race who brought them back to the cave and explained a whole bunch of big lore dump episode. We learned that one Sleheburgo de Fuckerby, 24th of his name, seems to be collecting shards of some kind of strange entity, some ancient being of power, and the Eldari believe that our chucklefucks are somehow interconnected with this, and so are assisting our players by getting them to where they need to be by traveling through their ancient device known as the Webway, a portal through space and in perhaps some cases time, and our band entered into this realm, a sort of broken down part of the ancient Eldari Weebway network, and in there they traveled for some time, during which they encountered a door, and upon entering that door, They found themselves in what appeared to be like a gala party room, and there was everyone in there showering praise upon Zedek, and it quickly became apparent that there was more going on, as some kind of malign entity who was claimed to be Zedek's father was approaching, and the rest of our party managed to support Zedek as best they could, even Reeb slightly. As Zedek fought back the temptations of the strange, dark powers that were being thrust upon him. And in the end, with his rejection and the power of friendship, our band managed to find their way back onto the path they were trotting through the strange, labyrinthine network of the Weebway. Yes, I'm just going to call it the Weebway now. Sorry, everyone, that's the new term. And sort of walking through this dimension gone wrong. And as they've been doing that, they came upon another door, what appeared to be some sort of sealed airlock, which they were looking to enter. They finally managed to activate it and go in. And as these sort of pneumatic doors opened and hissed, our party finds themselves entering what is an absolutely perfect laboratory. The door opens, and each of our characters enters into an area that is filled with cryogenic stasis tubes. There's all sorts of Medicae equipment. Servitors are lining the walls along with cogitator units, and there are very clearly additional servitors that are moving along piping at the ceiling, moving around, diagnoster equipment. This is perhaps one of the most well-stocked laboratories any of you have ever entered in your lives.
Oh, fancy. Lorn's like just picking up like random scalpels at like a table and looking at it, look at all the tubes, and like, Reeb, what's in this one? And he kind of taps one of
Why
the,
are you asking me?
I don't know what this is. Look at it. It looks weird.
We will go over to whatever he's gesturing at, and we'll look at what's in the tube.
Sure, it appears to be some kind of transfusion device for blood.
Well, if you happen to be missing any blood, this would be able to restore it to you. It's all very standard equipment in a well-stocked medical laboratory. Reeb's saying that with a very noticeable note of irritation.
Master Van Horn, one of the servitors on the ceiling mount, speaks down to you.
Master, huh?
Yes, Master Van Horn, would you like us to begin the next project?
Jog my memory, Servitor. What is the next project?
The elimination of the virus on Sanctum 4. We have various biological solutions in testing that could eliminate the pathogen.
Can I do a quick... Does that name seem familiar at all? Because it doesn't to me. I'm assuming this is obviously in what would be, assumedly, the future.
You can give me some kind of test. Absolutely. What kind of test do you want to make? To scholar?
I'll do a scholar, sure. That seems the most sensible at this time. I'm rolling.
Roll.
School days.
That gets me 7 successes.
Yeah, there are several planets in the Imperium called Sanctum. There's probably at least 8 planets in the Imperium named Sanctum. All of them generally are pretty populous worlds, so you realize that like if there's some kind of plague or whatnot on one of these worlds, it would be pretty massive.
Very well. What is the status of the vaccination or inoculation or whatever we're working on at this moment?
The cure, we believe, has a 99.5% success rate. Per your orders, we are increasing tests to achieve 99.8.
I do like 99.8. It's one of my favorite numbers. Yes, well, keep it up.
We shall continue compliance. And like the ceiling door turns and sort of like scoots down towards a wall alcove where it begins inputting information.
Reeb's gonna look for a desk that would sit at, presumably in this laboratory.
Yeah, you turn like around to look and your eyes immediately catch one. Like a fine wooden desk, it like the front of which has like an inquisitorial rosette symbol on it.
Yeah, there we are. Gentlemen, this way, if you please.
Yes.
Guide everyone over to the desk so I can begin poring over it, I guess, because this is all very suspicious.
Yeah, and you come there and there's 2 stacks of paper. The first stack that you see appears to be noted astropathic communications from various settlements sending their thanks to Master Van Horn for your work against various pathogens or outbreaks or diseases.
Unused to receiving credit for that, Reeb will just kind of not turn his attention to that because he's a little weirded out that someone would thank him for his work. He will turn to maybe some other materials that are on the desk. If there is anything like an identifier of some kind as to who owns this desk, he can assume he owns it in whatever twisted reality this is. He's not insane enough to assume otherwise.
The only clue of it is a small, like, weathered photo that appears to be of the 4 of you together, sitting in the corner of the desk.
What is the context of this photograph or pictograph?
It was the photograph that was taken of the 4 of you the day you were first put together as a member of the Ambassadorium.
Are there any marks on this picture?
There's like some nicks and tears and like at least one that clearly looks like a scalpel that has like pierced right through Piebraine's head at least once.
Okay, par for the course. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Flipping it over, nothing on the back at all.
Yeah, as you take it and you see that there's like a cogitator stamped date and time, and then like a ambassadorial squad, blah blah blah, whatever your number designation would be, sort of thing.
Reeb's going to take the picture and he's going to try and summon another servitor. Servitor, attention, please.
Another one of the ceiling doors sort of rolls over. This is a different one. It has two sort of claw-like appendages for grabbing. Yes, Master Van Horn.
This date here. Reeb is going to put his finger next to the timestamp date. Remind me, how long ago was it?
Takes it, looks at it. Unable to comply. Places the picture down.
Of course. Haven't thought that part of the delusion up, have you? Reeb is going to shout towards the ceiling, not at anyone in particular.
As you shout at the ceiling, the ceiling door like retracts back. And as it retracts back, you kind of hear hissing sound, like the expulsion of gases, and all of you would hear this by the desk, like this.
Where's it coming from?
You can all sort of like look around, and you see that some of the tubes at the far end of the chamber seem to be like spilling out this sort of greenish gas into the air.
Can I do a quick Medicaid to see what the hell that is?
Absolutely.
Good. Medic.
Rule. Ooh, very nice. 7 successes again. Yeah. You can tell that it's activating the stasis or deactivating the stasis unit, so the things inside would be able to, interact with regular environment again.
Mm-hmm. He was going to watch that very carefully.
And as that gas seems to be filtering, there's a pneumatic hiss from the door you all entered, which opens up to reveal a chamber behind that wasn't there before. Like, it doesn't connect back to the strange alien pathway you were on. Instead, there is a mob that is standing in the door, and they sort of lurch towards you from the now open door in like hospital schmucks that are torn and like ratty, and their skin is this almost like white gray. They have these like rictus grins and like eyes that stare in different directions and patches of little green on them as they start shuffling through the doorway. And you can tell there's dozens, if not hundreds of them.
A grand delusion. As expected.
So they are not real zombies?
Gentlemen, don't touch them.
I don't think you had to tell us that.
And they're like spilling into the room. They are spilling into the room.
Back towards the other door.
Okay.
Is there a nearby thing that I could use to try to shut the door?
They've kind of spilled out in a way that you'd have to like start hacking through them if you wanted to reach the terminal like beside the door.
No, don't want to do that. I will follow Reeb's advice. This is his nightmare delusion. No, shut up! Stop!
Reeb's gonna switch on his flamer, because this is the opportune time for this.
And like as you hit it, there's another pneumatic hiss as the hallway that like connects into this room opposite from the door you entered, like a set of blast doors close, entrapping you in this laboratory space.
Good.
The stream of these zombie-like entities continuing to shuffle in. They aren't like running or like directly moving to it. It's more like just a gaggle, like a crowd at a convention that's just continually getting bigger.
What? You think I'd feel anything for this? Reeb is again shouting to nobody.
Reeb, who are you talking to?
Captain, it's blatantly obvious what they're trying. First they tried to butter me up, now they're trying to intimidate me. I give up! I don't care! And then I'm going to fire at them.
Yeah, so like you take a shot with your flamer.
Yeah. Deanne, we're not doing that, right?
No, don't worry about that. No.
Okay, roll.
I will tell you if it is a success or not.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
3 and a complicate.
3 and a complicate. So you manage to flame, and you like take out the tank in just a like whooshing blast of flame. And you take down probably like a dozen, if not more, of these shuffling entities, but more seem to just fill up the gap, and you can tell your flamer is now out of ammo, but they still aren't like advancing menacingly. They're just kind of like shuffling through. And like some of them even stumble and collapse over the charred bodies. A few of them like catch on fire from the residual flames before like standing up and awkwardly joining the gaggle like well on fire.
Bye, you'd best keep your distance. I don't want you or that icicle you're toting getting sick.
Charging the deadly infectious diseases.
That takes remarkable tact from you, Pie.
Very difficult.
Out of the way, I said, out of the way. And you hear this like jovial laughter coming from deeper in the crowd. Out of the way. And like emerging from the crowd of these is another like fleshy zombie-like entity, though this one appears to be wearing like a bright button-up t-shirt on top of the prison gown, like some kind of like flora pattern adorns it, and it like gets to the front and it waves its hands out wide and looks at you. Ah, Reeb, my boy. Good to see you.
Reeb's going to lightly lower the flamer. Do I know you?
Oh, of course you know me. I've known you for a while. You're my favorite. I said that once. I like this guy.
I have absolutely no idea who you are or why you are sick in my medical ward.
Oh, this is absolutely your medical moment. Well, it could be. See, I like you, Reeb. I think you and me could do great things together. He the zombie shuffles over towards the desk. I think, points out towards you. I think we could do great things together.
Great things. Oh. Reeb finally, I guess, has the gears turning in his head. It's a lot to take in, you know? It's a lot to take in. Cut him some slack.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What are the rest of you as this other entity has emerged from the group?
Great things like what? Get sick and become all pruny?
Nothing wrong with being pruned.
There's a big fucking pruny problem.
Zedek will lean over to Pie.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he means, Pie.
Why? Why would you know? But
Because he's evil. Look at him. You can't look like that and not be evil.
inefficient.
No, yes,
Lorn
I know
looks
it's
at his
inefficient.
He looks
Yeah.
at his old man hands, and he looks at Pie going, there's not a problem.
Well-
Different pruny.
Different. Well, being old is different, but when your flesh begins to decay and fail, I assume you'll do the grown-up thing and become, a sterling anemic machine worshipper.
Lorn looks back at
I'm
his
not
hands.
evil. He hops up
zombie.
on the desk, but as he does so, his right leg under his knee rips off and just collapses onto the floor, and he looks down. Oh, yeah, gonna have to get that fixed. Anyways, Reeb, my boy, I want you to have all of this. I think you do great with this.
Gentlemen, do you know who we're talking to right now?
No.
No.
Reeb will move next to him, but keep 6 feet of distance, obviously, for safety.
Yeah, of course.
And he will motion to the lackadaisical zombie sitting on the desk. Gentlemen, it is so blatantly obvious. You know where we are, right? In general, not specifically.
Webway.
I remember this in the old folks' home.
Do you know what the webway intersects with?
No.
Not really.
The warp!
Oh.
And like the zombie in the Hawaiian shirt is nodding, like again, big smile at his face. I always did like you. You're the smart one.
This is absurd. Gentlemen, we're being tempted.
By what?
Reeb's going to fucking scrunch his face up at Zedek.
That
Come on, you can tell him. I like it when other people say my name. He pats his belly.
I don't even know you that well. I'm Ordo Xenos, for pity's sake. I shouldn't even know that much about you. Why is it that this seems to keep happening? Gentlemen.
Because you're all important. Very important. I know you're important. That's why I came here personally. None of my other siblings are going to come here personally, but me, I wanted to do this myself.
Gentlemen, you are speaking to a manifestation of the god of stagnancy, decay, and plague.
Oh, you're too kind. Don't forget life. And joy.
Right, indeed. Reeb is like mixed parts extremely irritated and bemused, mostly because I'm amused by this.
Absolutely.
That's absurd.
So he's like everything you're against.
From
Except for the
From a holistic standpoint, yes. I generally don't enjoy the suffering and stagnancy of decay that you seem to. Why am I even talking to you? I shouldn't be talking to you, but you're being very pleasant right now, and that's not something I'm afforded very often.
Duh! That's because you're the best. You're the smartest. You're Reeb. I see the potential in you. You do great things. No one else sees that, but I do.
That's not true.
I haven't seen any other human being bring multiple people back literally from death and dismemberment like.
Yes, Reeb is very intelligent, so intelligent that his intellect is wasted on the very cool Inquisition, but not on the very much cooler Adeptus the Mechanicus. He would be an exemplary member of our order.
Well, why do you think I like him so much? He brings people back from the dead, just like I do. And he, like, with one hand, like, waves to the like, resuscitated-ish church on your back, Pi, and then waves to the plague zombies, like, filling the doorway, like they're the same thing. He's just like me. I love this guy.
Yeah, he's totally like you, with all the rotting flesh and desiccated viscera. Yeah, but by the way, I get you want him, but you can't have him. He's ours. He's also my accountant. And you can't have that. I need one.
I love how you're all talking for Reeb here.
Reeb's trying to think of how to broach this because he's kind of getting already like, oh yeah, just fight your way out. That's a really good idea. It's like, oh, fuck. Listen, this is all very absurd. You have to. He's going to just very gingerly like extend out like a querying hand towards, I guess, Nurgle. You have to recognize this is extremely absurd, don't you?
What do you mean?
Reeb's going to extend his hand to the entirety of the situation happening here. Motion to the Hawaiian shirt.
Absolutely.
This is all very absurd. I have dealt with much in my travels, and apparently you've been watching me. 1, very disturbing. 2, I have had a miserable time trying to keep this up. I will have you know. And for the literal embodiment of all of the things that I, as an Ordo Xenos individual, as well as an esteemed medical expert, have had to combat over the what feels like years since this operation has started, it's a little absurd.
Well, you see, I liked you. I liked you right at that time your friend shot you. That was great. But then your friend set your lab on fire, and I thought to myself, now there's the chance. There's the chance I could talk to Reeb, the great Reeb Van Horn, and make him an offer. I mean, look at this place. Again, waves around with his, like, desiccated hands. This whole lab, all this can be yours. But you probably wonder, oh, well, just a lab. No. It's a concept. Everything here is concepts. And I'm thinking big concept. I'm thinking you can solve, like, 100+ diseases for the rest of your mortal lifespan. I'm not lying when I say you will save billions of lives. Billions of them, maybe even more.
Wait,
but after that, you're gonna come work with me. You're gonna sit at my cauldron. You're gonna learn with me. We're gonna do great things together, Reeb.
I have a question. You mentioned when my friend shot me and set my lab on fire. Lorn never shot me.
Yeah, I was the only one to set his lab on fire.
You what?
Thank you. Oh, yeah, you deal with this. And, like, as he, like, stops looking at you and, like, leans down, like, trying desperately to grab the foot that's fallen on the floor so he can you have this talk right now. You're good.
Well, I thought you already knew.
No!
It
You
wasn't
didn't tell me. You were sitting on that. You were sitting on the harvest lighter, and we sat there, and I assumed it was Lorn's doing because he was sitting there pouring alcohol onto a fire for some blasted reason.
No,
That's the only liquid I know.
You assumed?
I will tell you what happened. Okay, I wanted my new leg. Gamu was tormenting me. I went to go find the Mechanicum lady and replace all machinery. But she did not have a right one, so I tried to close it and something broke. I forget exactly what happened afterwards, but trying to fix it caused a small fire. And as I went to go get a fire extinguisher, all of a sudden I was in a bar. And at first I thought, yes, Braine escapes. Braine gets away with it. But after a while, I realized that you might be very angry and upset. So I ran up with a fire extinguisher, and then you were, every second afterwards, you have been pretty depressed.
Yeah.
Yes, Earndil.
I'm thinking here.
Captain Zedek thinks it over relative. I was like, yeah, that checks out.
Hey Thurston, I'm gonna knock myself up a point of corruption.
Oh, no!
I like it. Very good. Okay.
And I'm just gonna narratively. I'm gonna spend a wrath to give myself a point of corruption.
Okay. Oh man, you're channeling your inner Alpha Boosa.
Wait, we could just use this wrath die to get corrupted by chaos? Why the fuck didn't I think of that?
For the wrong fucking campaign, boy.
Black Crusade. Okay.
You not only disobeyed my order to not bother the tech priestess, who I had spent this entire trip attempting to keep alive after being brutalized by her compatriots back on the wretched Rattling planet, you also didn't even bother to notice she didn't have mechanical legs?
And as the exact moment you say that, there is a squelching sound as the Hawaiian shirt zombie re-puts the leg back on and then looks up. See? It's that easy. Stretching it.
I admit it was not my finest moment, and I know you are likely very angry and upset, and that is okay. But don't put that blame on anyone besides me, and don't let you side with smelly gray demon god. He's going to eat your soul, and other bad things also.
I will deal with him. Reeb will point without looking back towards the plague zombie sitting on
The Hawaiian zombie responds by giving you finger guns. One of the fingers falls off.
I will deal with him afterwards. I can deal with whatever is happening around us later because I feel as though my attention is directed towards you three. Repeatedly. Over and over. This is a routine thing that happens. I look around and there's an incredible, unusual thing happening. And almost every time I find my attention returning to you three. For some reason. You can see a vein is starting to appear on the side of his head.
Beautiful.
Well, that is because we are companions and we travel together because we are friends.
We landed on the planet after receiving a bunch of support from some wretched backwater hive city that gave every guardsman on the planet fighting orcs cakes and sausages.
That was
because I didn't bother to check the manifest. Do you know why I didn't bother to check the manifest?
Why?
Because I was doing your, pointing at Zedek, accounting.
Damn.
Yeah, but we're all
Lorn
in
raises
this
a finger.
together, Reeb.
But if you did the accounting, would you also see what's in the manifest area?
No, Lorn, because we do not account for that material. It's not Zedek's property.
Wait, no, you can't blame Zedek for this. I understand you being very angry at me, but it was those fools at the head of the Crusade fleet that gave us the wrong stuff. Maybe we could have caught it, but we still would have had to deliver it. And by the time we landed, we were already under attack. It's the Fuckabee's fault who's been working with that thing.
Yes, because we're chasing some insane psycho halfway across the galaxy.
Oh, point of disorder here. Just so you know, I'm not with that Fuckabee guy. That guy's a fucking asshole. No.
Yeah, fuck that guy. We agree with each other. We both high five Nurgle.
Yeah. Please give me a conviction test.
Okay, cool. Give me a second. I have to bring up my character sheet. Hold up.
Yeah.
Also,
so you get
I
it.
just
Yes.
I just realized something.
Yes.
So I'll give you the test after chat gets blinded for a second. Yeah, everyone just roll convictions test. I'll just say it out loud as I fix the thing.
Okay. All right. Roll the thing. I believe in you.
Blind him. Uh-huh.
I believe in you. Roll a conviction test for high-fiving Nurgle. See, this is the session you come here for. Oh wow, actually, you've got a really good conviction.
Surprising.
Could you assign Lorn back to me?
Can I have
Gosh,
control of
that's
my
right.
character?
Yeah. It did.
Yeah,
the thing
I did a
again,
goof.
didn't it?
I did a goof.
Okay.
Oh no, he deleted
It's
himself
reassigned
from
to you,
the
or
game.
should be now.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh, were you locked in as the GM?
It doesn't. Okay, so Founder doesn't allow you to do a player thing, so I'm just here like, I'm gonna see everything.
No.
My bad.
Far future.
Very good. It's in the combat tab. Yeah.
Lorn got a 3.
You gain a point of corruption.
I could have told you not
But
to.
I like you best, Reeb. Anyways, go back to your family squabble.
Yes, we'll get to you in just a moment. It is because I have been assigned to this position by my own dear Inquisitor Harlan that I have had my progress stymied. Because at every turn we seem to run flat up against a wall. Nose broken, eyes scattered. Something stupid happens and everything suddenly grinds to a bloody halt. I grow weary of it. I am oh so very weary of sitting in a dilapidated, rotting ship. Oh! And he will collapse onto the floor and just sit.
I know. Wouldn't a kick-ass lab be much better? Look at this place.
He's like the worst card salesman.
Yes, absolutely.
No, I know you're
like he slaps the desk. There's the squelching of his hand, like.
Now listen, buddy, I know your entire family is a piece of shit, but listen, what if I could sell you this worm? You want it? It's pretty cool.
This zombie fat Albert car salesman. Yes, exactly.
I got this dead flower pot.
It is the equivalent to, for anyone who can possibly get this reference, it is the equivalent of being on the Ion Storm team that was responsible for Deus Ex, and then being told you're being transferred to the one that makes Daikatana.
Hell yeah.
Oh, sad. That's a deep cut, sir. Yeah. And yeah, so Reeb, you sit on the floor, and yeah, the Hawaiian shirt zombie just is like, great lab, huh?
Captain Zedek will walk over and sit down next to Reeb. Or, I'm sorry, no, he'll squat. He'll do a Slav squat. You know, Reeb, this stinky, sassy, smelly god, I guess, he's not wrong. This lab is pretty nice. And I empathize with you. If I had to do my own accounting, well, I would hate me too. And boy howdy, do I hate myself. But we have all been dealt a raw hand, some rawer than others, and I especially feel for you being the most competent among us. But wouldn't it be nice just to get through this one last haul and rake it in the big time as even more legendary heroes to get that lab you wanted? Heck, we could get everything spruced up. We could make that lab on the deck collector not on fire, and well, hell, we could get you something better. I'm just asking you to bear with us a little bit more and not to actually listen to him. Please don't actually, and we can't afford to let the one person who can keep us alive.
Reeb's like pinching his eyebrow, really trying to find a vent for the stress that he has just now unleashed in a tidal wave. Tiresome. And he's going to start getting to his feet. All right, put this on hold for a moment. He's going to hold up a finger to the rest of the party, and he's going to turn back to Nurgle, I guess. Nurgle, I guess.
Shirted zombie, like, continues to have arms wide.
Gentlemen, wait for me over by that door. And
are you sure, Reeb?
yes, quite certain. I'm going to have a discussion.
Make room, out of the way! And like the Hawaiian shirt zombie like motions with hands, and these zombies at the doors start shuffling to fill up the sides and have a path by the door.
With a word look, Lorn will paddle away.
Yeah, I think we'll follow his wishes.
Zedek will start walking towards the group as well.
Okay. The Hawaiian shirt zombie has the widest of smiles right now. Yes.
Zedek would like to. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Nope, speak. Go ahead.
Say,
real quick.
Zedek will turn back as he heads back to the rest of the group and pipe up. Oh, and Reeb? Thank you for being the competent one I tried to.
Reeb will nod at that and return his attention back to the Hawaiian shirt zombie.
The Hawaiian shirt zombie is like, that was beautiful.
I'm going to make you lightly upset.
Okay.
But hear me out, because I believe we can come to an agreement later. I need to see this trip out. I fully intend to, despite my irritation and frustration and violent irritation with these people. I will see this through, and I will see how far I can get. This runs counter to everything that you stand for. We can say we're compatible all you want. You are a chaos god. I am a mortal man. And while our paths cross in this one instance, you have to recognize that I am already, how can I put this, spoken for? That makes sense at all? No, no. Don't take it so hard because I'm going to suggest something here. If you may, perhaps try again later. See how it goes.
There's just this like belly aching laugh. Hardbug, I knew I liked you. You know, I come at you and you just disgustingly resilient that off. I'll come again. Oh yes, Reeb, you and me, we have a story to tell that's gonna go through the stars. You and me, Reeb. You and me.
Don't put any money on it. Or whatever you qualify money as.
Alright. You and your friends are free to go. Just watch out. My siblings aren't here, but they sent some of their people. Reeb, you left the door open. That's good.
Listen. I'm going to try my damnedest to resist, but I know at this point, given I'm very tired and very frustrated, that trying to fight it off at all hours is going to be a pain. But right now I have business to attend to, and tend to do.
Yes.
Alright. Well, I'll let you go. And you make sure to stop that Huckabee. I don't like what he's got planned. Doesn't work with what I've got planned.
Well, as much as I'm loath to assist a chaos god in anything...
Oh, you've helped me enough. Keep helping me.
Yeah, this will be entertaining. Very well. Another time, perhaps.
Another time. And like this continual like raucous laughter.
Reeb will move towards the parted zombies and usher everyone else forward.
And like as you walk, there's just like the bellowing laughter of the Hawaiian shirt zombie, the and then the door opens to reveal the strange, utterly alien space beyond, though continuing the pathway that you had been walking previously. And like with that, Reeb, you kind of walk past your companions and step back on the path.
Gentlemen, I believe we have places to be.
Reeb, you resisted!
I wouldn't quite say that. I merely gave him a rain check.
You did what?
You what?
It's not the issue right now. We have better things to focus on.
Wait! Did you just sign up with a Chaos God?
I didn't sign up for anything, Pi. I merely said to try again later, as I'm currently very busy. Figured it was the most efficient way rather than outright declining, wherein we would have to have no doubt fought a massive pile of plague zombies to escape and go back to doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Oh, I see what you did, Reeb. Oh, I see what you did. It's a trick. See, when he's back with all his inquisitorial buddies one day and he comes knocking at the door, they'll be ready for him. That's very smart of you, Reeb.
In theory, anyway. I don't have time to worry about that right now.
Master plan.
Yes.
And you continue walking in the strange, like, liminal space here that shouldn't exist, and everything, like, in the distance is weird, psychedelic, like, droplets of energy transfusing, and yet you find yourselves walking on some clear pathway through this, continually moving ahead.
So is it supposed to be just like this the entire time? Does it get any better, or?
You're asking the wrong man, Zedek. I believe if we had any idea, we could have likely asked him back there. You know, if we felt so inclined.
Yeah, but do we really want to trust a chaos god? Doesn't seem advisable, but...
Well, if we find the blue one coming up next, we definitely shouldn't ask.
Blue one?
Oh, for goodness sake.
You have to remember, I am very much inured to this kind of thing, Reeb.
If you see birds that are not crows, yes. Do not listen to it. I have a feeling we're going to, if this is indeed a gamut of everything we're going to be wandering through just now, then yes, I do believe we will encounter this individual. Which is going to be ever so fun.
Reeb,
Yes, bye.
what are all of the chaos gods? I am not very familiar with them. That is forbidden knowledge for my order.
Neither am I. You must understand, my information comes from the Inquisition, and if I am not a member of the Order Hereticus or Order Malleus, it is not my... How can I put this? It is not my business to know everything. I'm just very nosy.
Oh, well, maybe I could help. Hi! And you hear this voice coming off of Pie Braine's back as Church's face looks up with kind of like a strange smile. Hi!
Hello, are you demon?
Well, yeah. We've met before.
Break Church's neck.
Oh, okay. Make
Well, no, I'm reaching slowly to do it. I'm not doing it just yet.
Wait!
Hi.
Are you
What?
Sean?
I'm glad you remembered me.
Why?
You were so busy fighting that thing before, and then in the palace with the weird walls. Yeah. Hi. I saw you in here, so I thought I'd come visit. This body wasn't really occupied, so.
It's
Yeah, that's good to know, at least.
Oh, poor Church. That's unfortunate. Anyway, hello, vile demon. What do you want?
Well, I just heard you talking, and I thought I'd pop in.
Is that so?
You were asking about the great powers of the warp, and I thought, I could help. You help me, I help you.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Do you I live here?
I wouldn't.
It's a pretty nice space, actually. Yeah.
Well, warp entity. Perhaps you can.
Thank you
regale us.
very much for remembering.
Yes. Unfortunately, I do not have a brain like a sieve, so I must remember basically everything. In any case, we must get some information on the remaining two individuals. I know only of the wretched, Slaanesh individual, as well as my supposed arch nemesis, who is not really particularly nemesis or arch. Nurgle. The remaining two. Please, anything you could give on information regarding them, it would be appreciated.
Oh, well, yeah. You've got pretty powerful servant of the Lord of Rage. Really powerful, in fact, like very powerful. It's kind of always angry, like always shouting and screaming and angry and just very angry. So they're waiting for you up ahead. And then after that, there's the other one.
Terrific.
You have been very helpful.
Well, rage definitely narrows it down.
Yes, that is clearly Lorn's challenge.
Quiet.
I'll blast him immediately.
Yeah, Lorn, you're always screaming at people and attacking them. Not like and birds. I like birds. They're fine, I guess.
I don't like birds.
Yeah, you see.
Flying rats they are.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, honestly, all animals are kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But they are
Sean,
kind of...
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are they being stupid right now?
Oh, yes. It's quite funny to watch you. You're like bumbling your way through our realm. I think you're going to make it out, though, because they want you to.
You're kidding me. They tried to keep Zedek just now. Well, not just now.
Yeah, that's Zedek.
Reeb will actually laugh at that. he'll just go.
What? I'm not good enough to be left alive as a pawn in some grand god scheme? But
Oh, you would have been left alive. Oh, yeah. You wouldn't have liked your life though, but
I don't like
glad
it now.
you got out when you did. Ooh, wow, it's we're getting deep into your psyche here.
Shut the fuck up, Sean.
Okay.
Sean living inside of the fuck woman. Tell us more details. What would have happened to Zedek if he had accepted the weird dad moment?
Well, he would be someone else's property right now.
Oh, you
Can
would
we
have
get
been
more-
corrupted.
What does that mean?
Well, what it means is, and then like the sensor sound just starts playing for like 5 minutes as Sean is like, as he explains something that rends all of your minds. Can each of you give me a resolve test as Sean explains what would happen?
Hey,
Hey guys, I'm gonna pull all the glory.
Lorn got 4 successes.
Reeb is now highly impulsive.
Zedek got 2 successes and a failure.
I got 5 successes.
Pi is not cool enough to roll dice, apparently.
Rule.
No.
Please, machine.
Do you want me to roll for you, Pie Brain?
Please do. I think I'm rolling 6 dice because I'm adding to my resolve because of rank, or is that determination? No, in that case, I
That's
just
determination. You're rolling
Okay.
3. I got
Okay.
you. Bam. Okay,
you did
you
fine.
get 3. And you got a wrath critical too.
You are
You got a point of glory for the group.
Oh, bye.
Like everyone's like nodding, like yes, except like Zedek, who is just horrified as he hears the fate that would have befallen him.
The fate of a guardsman.
The fate of a guardsman in Slanesha's palace. Then it stops, and like Zedek, you feel absolutely like sick to your stomach.
He's just like staring off into space with like a half smile. You know that picture of like Lisa I send every now and then, just like dead-eyed staring down at the table in exasperation. It's like that. He's he's
that's
gone.
basically what was gonna happen.
Oh, that's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Anyways, you avoided that, so you did pretty good.
He's just speechless. He's still staring off into space.
Well,
So you said the rageful one is up next, yes?
Right through there, and like Church's hand kind of strangely like lifts up and points forward, and you can see along the path, like the other strange, like the wood door and the kind of bulkhead. Instead, there's what appears to be like a circular hatch that's on the non-existent ground in front of you, like has sort of a valve on it to be turned to open. Well, good luck.
Yes, perhaps this is not the last time we'll see you, no doubt.
And like the body collapses back down.
They were gonna
Oh, suck it up, you're past it.
they were gonna do things, Reeb. I'm really.
Yes, we all heard.
And as you approach this like entry port, you see stamped on it is the symbol of Forge World Lemuria.
Is that right? You're up. I'm gonna shove my
It's
forward.
your time. Good luck.
Better up.
okay.
Hi,
Hold
Braine.
on. Is there something maybe, like touching base and just, kind of working it out? I mean,
Get
I'm
in.
going. Fine.
Hi,
I'm gonna get
Braine,
really
come
mad.
here.
And
Let me
I'm-
see
I'm
your
gonna-
sword.
What? No, it's mine.
And I don't want your sword. Let me see it.
No.
Oh, well, I guess you don't want an awesome glowy death sword then. It even grows more.
Okay, fine. I want that. I hand my sword over.
Now just present it.
So I want to make a narrative declaration to do some warpy bullshit to him.
You're in the warp, so now is absolutely the time to do warpy bullshit.
So
Lorn basically places his hand upon Pybrain's sword and pretty much saying, like, you must chant after me, Pybrain.
Okay, I will try this.
Actually, no, I think the enchantment will do better if you tell me your Lemurian war chant, and we shall imbue your sword with all the glory of your world.
Yes, the Lemurian war chants. An ancient and esoteric thing.
Just dialogue noises.
Yes. Very well. All repeat after me.
Lorn's like, He's just making mouth noises, and it's like, no, that's the wrong pitch.
Gentlemen, please do something.
He's like, I am doing something. Like, this takes, join in the chat, Reeb. Be a cool guy.
So everyone, I presume, is just going to, Lorn and Pi are going to sit in a circle, going for 2 minutes until Pi suddenly punctuates with, as we go marching to John. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a second. I guess to do a second match to basically like make his power sword like godly, to where it is basically like if he hits something, it's just like explosion of energy kind of deal.
Absolutely. Give me a psychic mastery test here.
I got 6 successes.
Oh yeah, you've got enough to like. You're not sure if it's like gonna blow up a god or like something super powerful, but it's got like warp energy like barely contained in it.
Right, there you go.
This is crackling with a shit ton of energy and everything going.
Whatever you meet inside of there, you should be able to, and it should enhance your chances if battle comes for it. But we'll be with you as much as we can.
Yes, excellent. Engage the linkage, Omnisire! And I'm going to begin to start turning this door with my huge strength.
Can you open it? It is the question for the ages.
Can you? Give me a strength test, actually.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
Yes.
Does Pi use open door?
Does Pi's open door?
Can Pi open door?
Let's pray.
Let us pray.
That is one success and 5 failures and a complication.
And a complication.
How bad could it possibly be?
Well, it could be a thing. Let's find out what the thing is here. Okay, so you're going to you're gonna try to open it, and you manage to. You do absolutely manage to open it, but okay. You manage to open it, but like there is some kind of like crack as you do so, as you feel one of your fingers is like severely injured as part of this. And I will take from one of our patrons, Dr. Lugash, entitled "Ouchie Boo Boo on My Fingy." And basically the ouchie boo boo will persist until you have someone like Medicae or leadership to fix your wounded finger.
Ah! There is an ouchie boo boo on my fingy.
Pi again.
Again. This is not how it should work. I should feel no pain.
And then, as you say that, you fall into the hatch that you. Clunk.
Yeah, there you go. I like trip. I'm getting so angry. I'm just stomping around.
Absolutely. and like after this, I assume the rest of you like follow down. Eventually entering into like a metal room, sort of square shaped with various connecting tunnels, and you see these sort of glass lined tunnels that connect and going in either direction, and beyond the glass you can see that you are underwater, and that there's all sorts of aquatic, shadowy life moving around. And immediately, Braine, you know that you are in one of the subaquatic forge complexes of Lemuria.
Yes, this is very good. Back in Lemuria, this is the good part of the hallucination where everything is really cool. Look at there. That's one of our Lemurian ballast tanks. And yes, all around us, these artificial creatures created in the dark labs. Oh, it's so exciting to be back home, even if it is a terrible hallucination.
He wasn't kidding. This place really is underwater.
Oh, yes, and more than likely, we are not yet on the darkest levels. You see, further down you go in Lemuria, the more access and prestige you have. I am excited to finally return as a full-on tech priest and fully explore the lowest depths.
You do realize this is not based on reality, right, Pi?
Well, no, it is based on a reality. It just is not actually for real life.
It's like a dream, Pi. It's probably not going to be accurate.
No, my dreams are always accurate, to the T.
Do you dream?
Yes, often of electric sheep, which are, coincidentally, in Lemuria. They are also aquatic and highly dangerous.
Awesome.
Right.
They are a kind of eel that I assume. Yeah.
As something like seems to hit the glass, and you see this immense tendril sort of recoil back as though it had just like lightly tapped the glass and then pulled back. The very, very distant touch of a Lemurian hell squid.
Well, that is not good.
So how bad are these things exactly, Pi?
Oh, they're not that bad. They're actually terrible. They're way worse. But nevertheless, it is my duty to kill them, as I am a Skitarius, and we often test new experimental technologies on them, and how best to deatomize them. Perhaps there is one around here. Nevertheless, let us proceed forward before he opens the floodgates and kills you all. I'll be fine.
Thank you.
Of course, certainly, why not?
That reassures me. Thank you, Pi.
You're very welcome, my friend. And we will proceed forward.
Yeah, so you start walking down the halls, and again, the whole time you're sort of hearing this as something seems to be like hitting the side of the structure. You can see that the place in here is lined with corpses of Skitari, Lemurian Skitari, who have been shot, knocked down, slain in combat, pieces of them thrown all over the place from a variety of different weapons. It looks like some sort of massacre has occurred here.
This is very abnormal. The Skitari would not be left here. They would be brought back to reclaim their augments. In this dream realm, has Lemuria been invaded? I will kill whoever did this for the mere insinuation. You stop that! I'm gonna keep chasing the signs of the
And like as you like rush forward towards it, kind of trailing near the back of the group, Zedek, you hear something. You hear it sort of in the back of your skull. Do you want it? Do you want them? Do you want the power?
What? No. What? What? Do I want what? You gotta be more specific.
Power to kill, the power to destroy, the power to conquer, the power to war.
I mean, I kind of have most of those already voiced in my head.
And like Lorn and Reeb, you would see Zedek talking to himself and saying these things.
Zedek, you okay there, buddy?
I think so. I think something's talking to me, but I don't know what. It's definitely not me.
Ever since you saw those tentacles, you've been acting really weird.
Voice in my head, I think I might reconsider.
Do you want them? Do you want the Legion? Do you want them to serve you?
Does respect come with serve?
They will fight
Zedek,
for
why are you talking to yourself?
Fight every battle.
Zedek!
Just slapping Zedek.
Yeah, and then Zedek kind of like comes back to consciousness.
Hey,
Zedek.
talking to the guy in my head, making an offer. It's not making a very good offer, but
Zedek, who's talking to you in your brain place? Is he
I
making your
don't
brain
know.
smooth again?
no, my brain's not smooth. It has very wrinkle. I don't
Good,
know who's
Zedek.
talking to me, but he's just offering like power and fucking killing people. I don't need that. I've got a ship with big cannons.
Zedek, you must
big
resist.
cannons.
Zedek, I'm shaking Zedek. You must resist the temptation.
Mort, stop!
Lorn Barnes. And the voice is in the back of your head now, Lorn.
Shut
You
up.
want the Legion? They could claim all of Fenris for you. You
fuck
could be
off.
the
I'm having a
greatest
conversation.
warlord.
Now,
yeah,
Zedek.
absolutely.
Now, Zedek.
See,
now,
he's talking
that
to you
is
too.
Yeah, and I told him to fuck off. What's your excuse?
You're shaking me, that's why.
Well, shake me too. We'll balance
Okay.
out the evil.
Then I just start shaking Lorn back. We're just vibrating back and forth, just going like.
Like Reeb is probably standing beside this, and like Braine has trucked on forward, probably like eventually realizes after quite some time that his allies have stopped.
I don't know if Pi would realize this.
That's fair. That's fair. Give me a perception
It would
check.
be quite very much like Pi to not pay attention
Yeah.
to his companions as they
It's
suffer.
true. It's true.
Yeah, Pi is on the warpath. He wants to find whoever did this massacre. Even in the dream world, he's upset about it. So
We're using Nightmare on Elm Street 3.
yeah,
rules
exactly.
here. Okay.
The Dream Warriors. Where the fuck is my perception stat? Oh god. What year is it? What day is it?
What is life?
What is life? I've got persuasion. Will that do?
What dot life?
Oh my gosh, do you need me to click?
Awareness.
Awareness, sorry,
I was
awareness.
looking for-
Gosh, I'm playing
Yeah.
different games. Ignore
It's
me.
okay. It's okay.
Okay, there we go. A 4. Cool. Yeah, okay. So after a while, like you're not too far ahead when you like realize, like, wait a second, like you're trying to listen for footsteps and tracks, and you've been like tuning out your allies, but you realize that your allies' sounds have stopped, and you can kind of turn to see, like, at the far end of the tunnel, like, yeah, they've stopped at like Reeb and Zedek are having this, or sorry, Zedek and Lorn are having this discussion.
Reeb's trying not to pay attention to what's happening.
I'm going to turn over to the two of them.
What are you two talking about? Are you having a stupid voice in your heads?
Yes, they are.
Reeb, hit them.
What?
I don't know. Maybe it will help.
Reeb Van Horn.
Oh,
You
quiet!
want them, the power, the great weapons, the ability to make war across 100 worlds, the legion you can command.
Reeb's gonna furrow his brow at this. You know I damn well don't want that. Talk to the green one.
They're talking to you. Yes.
I'm going to look around and just see, is there anyone coming? Is there anything coming? I'm kind of scanning my horizons, and I am vaguely suspicious of my allies right now.
Absolutely. So you're kind of like looking around and trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, like your allies, like so let's go back to Lorn and Zedek. Like, how's that conversation going?
Less of a conversation, more of us just like making throat sounds.
Yeah. I guess this is every time we talk, we're just all like, Zedek, we need to stop shaking each other and get out and back to my brain.
I know, but we can't stop shaking each other because the demon's gonna talk to us again, Lorn.
Wait, Zedek, I have an amazing idea.
All right, let me hear it, Lorn.
Think of the most annoying song in your head. That will make him fuck off. Lorn
I can't think of
stops and starts humming doop doop doo da doo da boop boop and just strolls down up to Pi.
Yeah, so you get to Pi, like, who's kind of in the middle of this this connecting glass hallway.
What is the voice in your head saying, Lorn and others?
I can't hear him because he's currently being drowned out by a guy named Rick and also Dupe.
That is insane. Good.
It's talking about having a legion to conquer the galaxy. Please, silence. This is not helpful.
Everyone knows you can't conquer the galaxy with a single legion.
It's not my business. I don't damn well care.
Well, if you wanted to conquer the galaxy, you would need more than a legion. You would need a powerful, cunning warrior warlord at the head of that legion, one whose fury and wisdom and might outscaled that of the planets they
As you're
conquered.
saying this, Pi, there is a shadow that is falling over the tunnel as something immense covers behind you, the sort of like outside area, the sea, which has some kind of light coming down from the surface, darkens as this titanic form comes up behind you, and the rest of you, as Pyre speaking, see like teeth, rows upon rows of sharpened knife-like teeth that appear, lights from the facility glinting off of them as some kind of mouth the size of perhaps a small titan opens up and then closes slightly.
Hi.
Yes.
About the hell squib.
I'll turn around.
It doesn't look like that, does it?
Do I see this enormous, horrible?
Oh, yeah. And as you've turned, its mouth opens once again and you hear the rumbling, though it's not necessarily a rumbling of the facility because the facility is near it. It's like a rumbling in the back of your mind. This, which the other three recognize as the voice that was talking to them, just in a kind of dark bass guttural sound that it's emitting. And this time all of you hear it. Reeb Van Horn, Lorn Barnes, Captain Zedek, which of you wants the Legion to conquer all? And as it says this, marching in strangely uniformed lines underneath its shadow along the floor of the sea, these this mass of maybe 100 in perfect line soldiers appear. They appear to be Skitarii-like figures with strange protrusions from their helmets and strange weapons and metallic claws, and somehow, despite being underwater, blood stains mar their metal.
You fool! What have you done to them?
I offer power to them. And how about we take our break here?
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. We're going to take a little brookie break. I want to say thanks to the folks who've been helping us out on the channel and stuff. And we will be right back.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're back.
We are
Welcome back, everyone. We were getting lambasted by bloody doom guys.
I believe we had left off with a legion of bloody demonic Skitarii troops marching on the bottom of the sea, lining up before our heroes who are inside some kind of air protected hallway, looking out, and looming above the legions of demonic Skitarii is a immense squid-like shadow entity that is offering this legion to either Lorn, Reeb, or Zedek.
Reeb is ignoring him. He's being very passive-aggressive right now.
What have you done to these Skitarii?
They are the greatest legion. They are the greatest fighters. And now we will offer them. We will offer them to the three to see if they will take it, if they will fight.
You are a fool! My companions will never accept your warped demonic legions. They are not even. Your warped Skitaria. You should know this. Why are you taunting me?
What do you mean, taunting you? You are of no consequence to us. You are our servant in all but title already.
I do not follow you and your warped demon ways. Name yourself.
But you do. You kill, you maim, and you burn. You do so in our honor without even knowing it. Thus we have nothing to tempt you with, for you do what we need you to do already.
You are wrong. I am a warrior of the Forge World Lemuria.
Yes, who will kill anything without provocation, without thinking. You will even turn on your own allies when it suits you. We have no need of a servant like you, for you are already our servant.
I am not your servant, and I am not indiscriminate. I worship the motive force. They see all things reconstituted. Anything I slay will not remain dead, unlike you, demonic horde.
I see. What of those you have slain on the captain's ship?
Those fools were causing problems.
Causing problems? And then you turned your own weapon against your allies so readily. You fill the seas of blood. You offer skulls without knowing you offer skulls.
You are wrong. I do these things for a reason. This is why I was given the promotion to Tech Priest of Lemuria. I am not some mindless watcher.
You are no priest. You are a warrior sent away for being too murderous. You are sent to serve with other castaways.
No, this is a great honor. An honor under the Primarchs. You don't know what you're talking about.
But I have no need to talk to you, for you do our work already. But Reeb, Lorn, Zedek, you could have this power. You could have this legion. And at once all of the Skitari raise up their demonic rifles.
I have no need for a tide of violent mechanical fools. Keep them for yourself.
Are you not at all tempted? You could lay waste to Davakrabi. Any world you need could be yours in an instant.
If I'm going to do that, I'll do it my damn self. I don't need a gimme.
And to mention, if you could have already promised that, you've already done it already. I have no need for this. I'm tired of leading armies.
What?
What?
The deep Lorn lore.
We will turn to Lorn at that and be like, what?
Yeah. Back at Finish, I led many a raid.
We remember you. So bloody. But another wants you. Another wishes to claim you, Lorn Barnes. But we would offer you this gift first.
Nah, I don't need it. I've already done. That time is over. And there's nothing you can offer to me, demon, that would be even close to making me tempted.
This legion could be yours. Captain Zedek, you truly wish to be a force with this. You could
spooky demon god. Hold that thought. Pi, what did it mean by killing people on the deck collector?
You're stupid workers!
my stupid workers.
You're imbeciles that you keep poorly fed and rabblers. Yes, Zedek. I've gone into your depths and I found them. They're roving gangs at first, and I have sharpened my blades on them. And I did it at first to help your ship, to help clean it of this terrible infestation of what I thought was an abnormality. But in truth, it was you. It was you and your poor workmanship and control over your people.
To Investigator Lorn.
And it's basically Lorn will come up to Zedek and put his hand on his shoulder, going, "Yeah, I knew it was him the entire time. I
Then why did you fucking stop him,
You
Lord?
totally didn't. You totally did it up.
You
Look,
mean to
look.
tell me we had a glut of cornstarch, not because they were killing each other, but because you were mulching them in the lower decks?
And you're welcome.
Pie, I can forgive getting rid of the gangs, the undesirables that we would have had to take care of anyway, but just killing random people indiscriminately, I thought better of you than that.
Not random people.
For the blood god.
No, you shut up. It is mulch for the mulcher. There's no blood. Doesn't go into the corpse starch. It's not nutritious.
I didn't kill anyone randomly. I killed those that were disreputable. I killed the gangers and the people that would make fun of me when I would go down and ask people if they wanted help. And it was... I didn't do anything wrong.
Pie. Why? You didn't have to kill them because they insulted you.
Well, it's not as though I can convince people that what I'm doing is worthwhile. It's not as though I can convince people that I am the great Braine through action. For clearly, even the squid is unimpressed.
But Pie, you've impressed me. You've saved my skin countless times. Not through the killing of my crew members. We're going to have a talk about that. But you have done a great deal. I do not buy into some of the things you say about yourself, most of the self-aggrandizing, but you're still a very competent Skitari and one of the few people I would consider a friend.
I am not a Skitari! Not anymore! I've told all of you this! I was offered the chance to be something greater, and they never gave it to me! And everyone I meet is so convinced that it's all a lie. Well, if it's a lie, it's one you're living to.
But, Guy, this is not that hard to reconcile. Just because you were passed over doesn't mean you need to assert yourself as something.
I wasn't passed over! I was never passed over! Do you understand? I would have lived my entire life happily as a Skitari, but that's not what they told me. They never told me that they didn't want me as a Skitari. They told me that they were offering me the thing that all Skitari yearn for, a chance to join the Cult Mechanicus. I had served on countless battles. I had killed constant foes. I have kept our secrets and even our dealings with those that... I have done much for my Verge world, and I would do much more. And yet I come here ill-prepared amidst people that constantly disappoint and disregard me. You think I'm some kind of witless murderer? Well, then maybe I should show you what a witless murderer looks like, because that is not what I've ever been.
Braine.
Oh, wait, sorry. I wanted to make a roll here.
Yeah,
That's not an issue.
absolutely.
Or speaker.
Of course.
Reeb's gonna roll a persuasion at you.
I love it.
Can I take 2 from the glory pool?
Sure.
Yeah.
I guess.
Pie, if you wish us to believe you more than a witless murderer, perhaps you should start acting like it.
Tough love, tough persuasion.
I'm going to re-roll that, actually.
That's your
Use a
last
wrath
breath.
on Oh no, my death. All right, how do I re-roll that again?
Just roll it again.
Oh, okay. I just rolled the
Well, no,
6
you
fails.
take the one.
roll the
yeah.
failures, sorry.
Yes, roll 66
6.
and we'll do
Yeah.
that.
Ooh.
That adds
2 more. So
2
5 and a
successes.
complication.
5 successes and a complication.
Okay. I'm gonna have Braine roll. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have Braine roll a willpower test, please.
Okay. Do I get any addition of dice?
No.
Okay. I don't think I can pass it.
I want you to roll willpower.
Yes, very good.
You want to just have roll 3d6 for him?
Oh yeah,
My God, wait, did it not go through?
No.
you're not even showing up as in here.
Oh,
so I will
excellent.
roll it for you.
Yeah, yes, by all means. So sorry.
Okay, so you get 4 successes and 1 failure. I am going to spend a rune point to re-roll one of Pai's d6s.
Oh, how kind.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. Get him. All right, we're tied.
Oh, Ritzfist apparently rolled.
All right, now I was going to show you. I'll take the lead.
I mean, we're even.
Absolutely. So, like, obviously, like the narrative here is like Pai is kind of having a almost out of like his regular character experience. He's kind of having this like amazing rage moment. Yeah, normally you can't use social skills against them, but this is Reeb reaching out. This is a moment of like trying to utilize the abilities to pull him back. And Reeb, you do manage to pull Braine back a little bit into that like that slightly sane, slightly like, okay, things aren't quite as terrible as they are. However, he does like as part of like you reaching him, like Reeb is or Braine is kind of like angry, and as a complication, he is going to make an attack against you, not with his like power weapon or anything like that, but like he's going to try to backhand you. So I am going to
roll that on arm check.
I am. Wow, he crits you with his backhand.
I kill Reeb even when I don't.
All right, how much
it's
damage
fine.
does fist and critical hit do?
All right, I'm gonna do Fisty McFist here. 1 sec. Actually, not too bad. Just 8 total damage. So I think you absorb that.
Let me take a look. Resilience is 8. Yes, no AP.
Yeah, no AP. However, there is a critical.
I'll roll the critical. See what we get.
Yeah, we'll roll the old critty McCullough and see
2d6.
what happens.
This actually This is actually playing into my hand more than you think.
Oh good. This is these deep-seated lore moments here. Let's see. I'm gonna roll 2d6 for this crit effect. Britzfist backhand is because it's still selected for some reason.
He rolls
23. Bloody rupture. Oh, like mangled flesh, crushed bone. So it probably smashes you like in your nose, and you take 1d3 mortal wounds. And I'm going to spend 2 rune points to increase this by 2, so you're going to take 3 mortal wounds from that. So I'll be down a total of 3 of my rune points. At the end of that, yeah, the backhand from Pai. Okay. Yes.
Your punch or whatever initially should be a complication instead.
Oh, it also complicates? Okay.
Yeah,
So both of them have complicated. So like I am going to say the complication is that both of them probably go like prone beside each other from this, as there is like some kind of just like collapse to the ground of both of them as like
I'll keep
Pai
my hand around
lashes
his
out.
throat.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely. If you want to play this out now that we've done the damaging thing, go ahead.
How clever you look now, Reeb. How smart and wise. You always know exactly what to say. And you also know enough to know that it doesn't matter. Because I could fix the ship for you. I could slay 1,000 demons for you. I could cause problems in my good intent to attempt to improve your miserable life. And you know that it wouldn't matter, because to you, Reeb, to you, I would never be your peer. To you, Reeb, I would always be the second most intelligent member of the crew. To you, Reeb, I would simply be the loud-mouthed barbarian.
Yes, and you've done excellently at convincing me otherwise just now, Pi. Do you see what you do to yourself? And he's just going to blast blood out of his nose.
Yeah, like to Zedek and Lorn, like the two of them are like on the floor, like Reeb's nose is this splattered mess. Behind them is this sea of like demonic Skitarii standing like statues and like the weird squid. That is the scene we have here.
Do you understand you do nothing for your own stereotype? Tell me something, Pi. You wish to be a tech priest. Do you know what they even bloody do? I'll give you a hint. They don't go around menacing and marauding and slaughtering. If you wish to be one, then perhaps it is time you looked towards that. If you wish to maraud and slaughter and fight, then embrace it. But for God's sake, man. Ugh. If you're going to be one thing and then demand people respect you as another, you need to reconcile that. That is not my job. I will never see you as a peer. And you will just have to live with that. I already live with the fact that the two of us are different enough. I can't even cast psychic abilities like Lorn does, but I've come to grips with that. I will never own a ship that Captain Zedek does or have the freedom he does. And I will never have your augments. And I've reconciled that. I understand that. Perhaps you should as... and you should as well.
Oh, you don't understand. Everything special about me was created in a lab. I didn't mean to break your laboratory. I tried to help myself. And it didn't work. And it caused a fire, and it's almost driven you insane.
It is the lead-up to that you need to think of. You have incredibly high impulses. If you think about it, before you do it, you will find people respecting your opinions faster and more readily. If you act on everything that crosses your mind at a moment's notice, like breaking my bloody nose...
Can I spend the glory to interrupt?
You certainly can. What do you want? This sounds like a narrative declaration, Zedek. What are you looking to do here?
Zedek would like to look at Lorn, just like wordlessly knowing what must be done.
Oh,
Lorn looks
God.
at Zedek and goes like, I don't know what the fuck what are you looking at me for? Something on my face? And I just start just
Lorn, molten beam.
like he cocks his finger and like looks at Pi like, all right, we gotta take Pi out back.
Got it. He just takes his staff, gets ready, starts pointing. He's like, this.
How about you make a narrative declaration and mark yourself down a wrath point there, Hulky, and like explain like not psychically what like thing you and Lorn like agree to do before Lorn takes it in a completely dark direction.
So, psychically, wordlessly, no, it's just psychically. I just figured Lorn would kind of be on the same wavelength by happenstance. Zedek will see that the situation is not necessarily improving. I assume Lorn also does, but probably has different ideas of how to solve it. And Zedek will just start sprinting full bore at Pi and Reeb. And he would like to jump in the air and Belgian flying kick Pi off of Reeb.
Oh. Okay.
Drop kick time.
Just like a wrestling match. Absolutely. Fuck yeah, give me a weapon skill test. Absolutely. This is great.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, I like it.
Counterattack. Hulky dies.
Oh man, is Zedek gonna do a CQC hug?
Oh,
3
no.
successes and count. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Yeah, okay. So we re-roll the 4 failures.
Re-rolling.
Well, 3
Yeah,
failures.
but no more
You
wrath
can't,
back.
you can't.
And Reeb
3
got a
failures.
wrath back.
Oh, hell yeah. Ooh.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you like tackle, but like it definitely, the complication is the tackle hug. Like rather than kicking, you like jump a bit too early, fall forward, and like tackle like Pi off, but like land in some kind of like huggish grapple with him.
Though Reeb may be right, Pi, sometimes you just gotta act without thinking. Words fail. And you know who taught me that? You. So get your shit together and come to grips with what you're being told is being a lie and sort it out later.
Zedek.
I'm gonna put my hands around his head, gently.
I like it. Gently, asterisks.
I could crush your head between my hands
I know you could.
like a cantaloupe. But you are my friend. And that is what matters to me.
And as you say that, the squid's tendrils like rise up and begin smashing into the ground like, no,
Lorn will
friendship.
come in and help both of them up. And we'll be like, Byron, you always also have to remember that you're one of the, like, think of all the great tech priest type things you've done with the deck collector. Gamu has done nearly nothing but just print out complaints. You came up with solutions. Who's the one who helped us in various tech problems whenever we encountered them?
I am also on the forward party, but I appreciate the gesture.
No.
feel-
You are the debt collector's tech priest. And you're our tech priest. You are the one who's been helping us with nearly every single tech-related problem. If anything came up, we came to you. We never went to Gamu. We avoided Gamu because we prefer you for all of our tech issues. You've helped us in so many different ways, filling us with joy, and we know you have improved since you first came to the ship.
You're the only adept who has ever respected me. Man, you have only met 2. But the only one who's ever done anything either. You are one of the only people I trust to get something done when I ask them to do it. And one of the only people I've ever called friend.
From all the Skatai Rangers that I've ever met, you're the one who's able to strike his own path. You've done better than, he kind of motions the army out there, better than all of them. Look at them all. Not able to fix a toaster if they ever needed to, and here you are. You have solved so many issues with all of us, and you have helped us out with so many things. Oh, they could conquer planets, but you can form better. You can form futures, Byron.
Don't destroy, kill, break, don't build, don't repair, only break. And like the squid is smashing the tendrils all around.
You see what it yells, Byron? You are able to mend. You came forth even to mend yourself. Self-improvement, Byron. Look at how pathetic this thing is.
I'm going to put my hand on Lorn's shoulder and on Zedek's shoulder.
Thank you. And I agree. Their guns are very stupid. There is no reason for there to be an eyeball on a rifle. It is dumb.
Good job on the art, by the way, Garrett. We love it.
Thank you, Garrett. We do love you. He's going to gently kind of put them aside for a moment and walk up to Reeb and extend his hand. Reeb,
I'm sorry. I know you probably hate me for various reasons, but you are my friend, and I wish I had the chance to live the kind of life you have. I am jealous of you.
He will take the hand and be brought up to his feet. Braine, you must understand something. We will likely end this whole escapade as not friends for the most part. To be honest with you, I find your presence frustrating. But the fact that we have not outright attempted to intentionally murder each other should speak to the fact that we're able to tolerate each other for the time.
I think you are my friend.
Fine. I think that. We can continue with
the
that.
tech priestess back to life, and whenever we require information about this giant, scary, stupid world, you know what it is. You might not think I am your friend, and maybe that is fine, but to me, you are my friend, and that is the only answer my cogitators can come to.
No, boom, boom, boom. No, and you like see the glass starting to crack on the hall that you're in, but you also hear back from the way you came this like pop hiss, like ptss, of something opening.
We have places to be. We can discuss this in the void.
This is a good idea. I'm going to look back at the giant squid. By the way, your squid is not anatomically correct. And then I'm going to begin leaving to the door.
Absolutely.
Leaning up to Corn. Fucking old.
And like, yeah, the last thing you see is the squid, like its anger smashing the legions of these these demonic Skitari that don't even move as they're like being completely destroyed. And you have your moment, Pie, and then you all like climb up the ladder back into the liminal space as this scene falls apart, and then the hatch seals behind you, putting you back into the strange space you were in before.
Can I do a Medicaid to fix my fucking major wounds that I've sustained?
Absolutely.
Can I use that Medicaid I threw out as a joke to fix Pie's owie boo boo earlier?
Sure.
Okay, I got great news.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that's 9 successes.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, you get your mortal wounds back. You're fine.
Yeah, there we go. Yep. 9
Yep.
successes.
Like wrap yourself up in the warp area.
No, he's just gonna twist his nose back into position.
Oh, like
It was like upside down.
Friends, I just wanted to say I'm very sorry. I did not believe that I would be so tempted, and that I am a living garbage can at times.
It's
With
okay.
a sword on it that is... this metaphor is stupid.
He passes his shoulder. It's okay. It's just, as I've been tracking you down through the deck collector's depth, I've got all the context of the people you killed, and just to make it up to them, here's a list of all the funerals you need to attend to.
oh my god! God damn!
Perhaps that's
You
not
could-
the best choice.
You can start
Why
doing
would
your
someone have a
recompense whenever.
funeral? I don't understand.
It's a matter of inducting the corpse into the recycling plant. It's important for some people.
I just go get them all at once.
I believe, Pi, this would be an excellent opportunity to prove you can do more than just wantonly slaughter people.
Yes, I could create a new funeral.
That's not what I suggested.
A better
You can make an
funeral.
efficient one, that does like the little box thing, but the box could be reusable, then it dumps their corpse out into the grinder.
Yes, and I could create a machine that gives people funerals before they have died.
Yes, exactly. See, my brain, you're such a creator.
What do you call the funeral machine? The fuck?
Reeb is gonna look at the camera like he's on The Office and say, "This is why I'm not friends with him."
Absolutely.
Funeral 2.
Maybe the funeralizer is a strange invention. I will have to consider later. For now, I am.
We have one more place to go through, and I have a feeling this is going to pertain to Lorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm proud of the last one up. Don't worry, I got this.
Time for you to suffer too.
And yeah.
Well, we know that there are birds involved, and I think that birds do not live in the snow, so we might be in a good place starting out.
Okay. You continue carrying on for a little ways. And it doesn't take long for you to see another strange formation on the unseen road that you walk in, this liminal space of psychedelic energy. This time standing out in stark contrast to the broken space around you is the entrance of a cave. The stones sort of layered on top of each other, leading into this dark area, but at the far end of it you can see light peering in. As you approach closer to the cave entrance that blocks the end of your passage on this walkway, you feel like the cold wind coming through and washing over you. It's a chill none of you except for Lorn have experienced. Something that touches you, and no matter your armor, even your mechanical parts, it chills your body and soul.
Yep.
Lorn, you recognize this as the chill winds of Fenris.
Just like home. Well, whichever this one is, was really know where I came from, and are you ready, everyone?
I am optimized.
I'm going to overheat my plasma rifle.
Normal.
Yeah, overheat the plasma rifle, keep it close to you,
just hug it.
Just hug it.
Now I am good.
See, Lawrence is just fine. Everyone else is shivering. It's like, what do you mean? It's just, I'm used to it. Why aren't you?
So cold, Lord. How do you live here with no cover?
I mean, this is summer.
This is summer?
Yeah.
You walk into the cave, and unlike the cave that you first woke up in after your encounter with the orcs, there's no sound of water here, no dripping. Everything in the interior is frozen. There's just the echoes of your footsteps on rock as you continue sort of scaling up slowly towards the end of the cave that is this pure, bright white light, beyond which you can see a vast landscape of mountains and snow.
Well, do you know the way, Lorn? Or are we going to freeze in your dream?
Well, Lorn looks around. Can I do a awareness check to see if I might be familiar with what's going on?
Absolutely.
Okay. Awareness, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 2.
Okay. Can you give me a willpower test?
Yeah, I also technically I would complicate on that. No.
Oh,
no,
okay.
don't do that. My bad. But keep going.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Can you give me a willpower test as well?
Sure can. Lorn got a 5.
Okay. You kind of come out, you're trying to look, it's difficult to pinpoint where you are, but then there's this flash, and you have it in your mind. This this topographical layout, like Fenris changes with seasons, but this particular image has burned itself into your mind. It's the day your village was raided. Far, long ago, one of the earliest moments in Lorn's life. You remember this because the appearance of the mountains, everything here is so idyllic compared to what you know Fenris to be, because as a child, this is how you remembered it.
Oh, I remember this. We fought many battles away from home, and I had to stay behind to actually look over the village, but I was wounded at the time. And as all warriors were away, the Falcons came in and wiped everything out. They killed all the family that I knew and slaughtered the children and everything else. That's what I remember when I was taken then after. I was able to crawl away after the battle, and over there, actually,
And he kind of points over, kind of like at a distant hill or so.
I climbed all the way there. And that's where the warriors found me.
What warriors?
They were Titans. Ginormous men who came in from the buffeting snow. I couldn't quite understand them really, but I arrived in the metal structure similar to the debt collector and was brought into the Emperor's service then.
And like as you finish pointing at this hill and saying that, the wind kind of howls slightly, but at the tail end of it you hear like the laughter of children kind of carried on further down away from the hill, but still visible from your elevated vantage point. A small village fortified up against the side of a rising mountain, very defensible, like wooden planking has been set up to defend this place.
Look, Braine, look. There's Corval. Look at him. He reminds me of you. And his father slowed so many people down in several battles. And look, Hulky, look. Not Hulky. Zedek!
Oh no!
I'm looking. His head froze to death.
The wall is intertwining with the fourth wall.
Zedek, look, there's one of the boatmen who would come by ever so often. He looks very much like you. It's also surreal.
Lorn's is pretty much like, I assume we're going through the village at this point. Just
yeah, you're kind of like walking down this icy slope. All of you are like, again, still buckled up. Like Braine has the plasma gun charged for heat at this point. And as you're saying this, you hear the first of a in the air as a lone bird, a black raven, seems to circle above the village.
Oh no! Lorn will turn to everybody saying, "We need to leave. We need to my home. To my home, quickly!" And then Lorn will basically just quickly leave over. It's like, "They're coming!"
Lorn is getting in that phase where he gets very emotionally invested in things. I think we will have to work extra hard for him not to accidentally worship the Bird King.
Will we? I don't feel that's going to be an issue.
I know this man. He is either a very funny man or a very, very emotional man, and sometimes a funnily emotional man, but more than likely, yes, he would probably be tempted very, very hard.
And so, like, Lorn, you're trudging ahead through the snow, right? Like, I assume it's like kind of probably just up to your knees. Like, you're just like with some kind of renewed strength and vigor pushing through towards the village.
Again, he's like yelling around, like, "Warriors! Where are the warriors? Where are the defensemen, proudly horsemen?" And of course,
like
he's
the only response is the bird cawing back at you.
And he looks at it in fear every time as it gets closer and closer to his home.
And like as the I assume the three others you're all following, like kind of trying to keep pace with Lorn. As like Lorn is sort of like taken lead here, you can see that from the opposite side of the village, kind of in between these two mountain ranges that rise up in the distance, is this like roiling gale, this storm, this gray miasma of sleet and snow and cold rushing towards. And in it you can hear like savage cries and shouts. And it's everything, Lorn, from your memories of that day, the shouts of warriors coming to kill, to raid, to take.
Everyone get inside, Come, enter the building. Braine, in here. I shove Braine in, like, grab that sword over there. Reeb, here's a spear. And he's just grabbing just weapons that's kind of like in his house. Here's this, you know how to use a shield, right? You know how to use a shield,
and
right?
you've come into the village and like you're sort of at the front hut, which has all this equipment, and you're grabbing all of this, but like the villagers around you, the women, the children, the elderly, the wounded, they seem to just be going around like it's a regular day. As this black cloud descends, they seem entirely oblivious to it.
I'm gonna grab Lorn as I can as he's moving around, like frantically, and lift him up slightly.
Lorn!
What?
You need to calm down. I speak as someone who has just had a very bad day. You need to realize that none of this is real. These are all things being shown to you to upset you.
Lorn will look directly in the Braine's glowing eyes, and I like to imagine that Braine looks back and just sees, like, you know, like the joke that people have, like PTSD, like just black and white war footage just faded in with a 1,000-yard stare.
Full metal jacket, the cubic stare.
He is staring at him with horror, which he's never really been like scared or whatever. But this is like, oh God, it's happening again.
Zedek, can you hold this? He has gone mad from the revelation, and he needs good words, and I am not good at wording.
And like as you go to hand him off, you hear like from within the storm this like ululating battle cry, and you see shadows moving within the storm, strange creatures feathered and clawed, and men that walk as beasts.
Hi, this is a bit out of my depth. Lorn, trust me, because Pi and I have both been through the same thing. None of this is real. It seems very, very real, but trust me, it is not real. Gotta get a hold of yourself and pull through this. I would like to make a leadership test against Lorn.
Absolutely. I mean, it's not against him. You're using
Against Lorn.
Against him. I insist.
All right, it is against him. Fine.
Here you go, Lorn.
I rolled to demoralize.
6 successes.
So you kind of like, I assume this might even end with like a slap or something of like getting Lorn's senses back to him. 6 is pretty decent. So Lorn, this will have some effect on you, but I'm gonna let you.
There you go.
I'm gonna let you play.
You're right, Zedek. You're right. We last I remember, in this situation, I basically was too wounded, and I had to listen to everything and look through the windows as they did everything. But this time, we can make a difference. We could face this fear together with all of you, my friends. Now let's go face this threat head on. Let's go confront who wants to come after us. Because I say, like, Gorgamanga's army will not be able to take us this day if I have all of you.
If you insist.
I didn't say we should fight them, but sure, Lorn.
He's like, oh, come on, Zedek, you know a good battle when you see it. He just taps his shoulders and just starts marching on with the leadership check in.
Lorn, we just learned a valuable lesson about immediately killing everyone we know. Wait.
Well, we don't kill them, they kill innocents.
So Lorn, are you just like walking out like in front of the village now with like getting ready to defend it?
Yeah, this pretty much.
Okay, come on. Let's face this threat head on and get out of here.
And what are the rest of you doing? Are you standing with Lorn like outside the
It is
walls?
impossible for me to, in good consciousness, allow Lorn to move unsupervised right now as he deals with old man dementia and must protect me.
My man's Lauren's got brainworms today.
Okay. So Lorn, you see this like cloud coming towards you. What are you doing? Like, are you doing anything against the cloud? Is it's like rushing towards you? This storm of snow and death.
Lorn would like to basically start summoning as much of his psychic powers. And we'll basically it's just like, imagine him on top of like this hill or kind of mountain portion in the village, just doing magic wizard stuff. And just echoing through like, "You not enter this village," and then just slamming out his staff, doing lightning stuff against the cloud, etc. Kind of in his mind, like he would he would begin speaking to the weather and stuff in old village days.
Can you give me a psychic mastery test, please? Are you like going unbound too, or are you just
sure unbound? No care, because he is now like full on. I'm gonna destroy this thing.
Absolutely.
So unbound is like 2 more wrath die, right?
Yep.
Okay, I did put in that one, so it's 6 originally, and then just 2 more d6s there.
Yep.
Will be a 1's a 6 and 1's a 1, and the 6 is the last one.
So
yeah, one is a 1.
So like, what exact effect are you trying to do against? Like, are you kind of like summoning the world spirit here and like?
Yeah, pretty much the wolf spirit of Fenris. I'm just conjuring it to pretty much push back against, the evil chaos magic that he knows that's coming. And he is basically like pushing back against it because he knows in the village, like the thing came in and swooped down his village and corrupted so many people. So he's like, no, he's like trying to be the bulwark against it.
And so what happens here is this like manifestation of the wolf spirit of Fenris like comes out from the snow of the village, rising up like a particle effect that has this sort of appearance of like the head of a wolf and snarling claws, and it goes and begins to wrestle with this cloud. And Lorn, you are standing on top of the hill in this village, kind of pushing this, like guiding this world spirit to fight. And as this is happening, these hordes of feathered bestial creatures wielding like shields and clubs are rushing out just underneath the edge of the cloud where the wolf spirit is. And like from our view that like sort of takes us away, we can see like Reeb and Captain Zedek and Braine standing just underneath the shadow of this wolf, fighting against these bestial figures that are coming and attacking. But then we realize that it's not just us as an audience who's watching it. We're seeing this through Lorn's eyes. And Lorn, you're actually seeing your own body far off in the distance, on top of this hill in the village, conjuring this wolf spirit. And you realize that you must be on like the side of a mountaintop or hill that is far, far away from the site, but enough for you to get a clear view in the distance. And you know that you're not in your real body, but you're in some kind of like spiritual form, your weird form that is far away from the village, watching it as your body is sort of doing all the work. And you hear this kind of laughing voice behind you of, well then, it looks like you're trying to change your life's weird then, aren't ya? As you, like, your spirit turns to see this massive, bulked out, shamanistic figure with a strange black wooden staff, who has this like slight similarity in visage, this long red beard, flowing like red hair. It looks almost like the raider chief that raided your village from so long ago, but clearly not like with the armor and the pelts. This is more of like a shamanistic version of this man who clutches onto this black wood staff and stands beside you, looking down at this scene unfolding.
Oh, Gamanga.
I have many names, but you may call me that if that is what you wish. We are watching the time now and the time then. Your friends are standing against the dark that encroaches.
Lorn will look down closer to the valley, and he'll see all his friends all down there. And of course, the scene is like there's a huge, like, demonic-looking army about to come in and destroy the village.
Yeah, and like it's kind of like there's the black cloud, and underneath it you can kind of see like the small figures of the army spreading under the cloud, and then the three of your companions opposed to it that like are standing under the more like white and clear version of the snow wolf that your material body is conjuring to fight the storm. Some kind of like album cover going on here.
Yeah. It's just a Power Wolf album.
Yes.
And behold the wizard. Immediately Lorn will kind of look to him, pretty much just kind of furrows his brow, and immediately he just doesn't really respond all that much, but just hold up, someone's dying.
Oh no,
okay,
don't die.
Never mind. And he'll go and immediately molten beam at him.
Sure. Please roll Unbound for a Molten Beam.
Oh, my Unbounded Beam.
Unbounded Beam.
Oops, I beamed again.
I hate your music, but you're still my friend.
Okay, I did not complicate, but it's 9 successes, and I technically credit or whatever. And 20
9
damage.
successes, you say?
Yeah, 9 successes, I say.
Oh, yeah. Like the beam just like smashes into the chest of this figure who looks down and sort of like dusts himself off slightly as the beam strikes him, and like kind of like takes a deep breath, like sucking in good air. Oh, very good. You've grown quite a bit, but that's all you have, isn't it? Just the beam?
And I have others too.
And he casts Crush at him because he's just throwing what he can at him.
Yeah, give me a Crush.
And then it'll have to be 3 Wrath and bloop bloop.
Boop boop.
And that is 13 successes and no complications.
And like you could see, like you kind of like push the hand back a bit, and he's looking and like looks down at the hand and reaffirms it and kind of plants it in the ground and looks back at you. Very, very good. You're getting very skilled with those abilities, but they aren't going to save your friends.
It means they won't save them.
Oh, well, look. As I said, we're watching the then, we're watching the now. But why don't we see about the to be? And like as you kind of look back at the battlefield, something momentarily changes, and you see that like the shape of the cloud, the black cloud, fighting against the wolf and then the 3 like champions under it has kind of changed, and it takes on the sneering face of one Slabbergo de Fuckerby. And like seems to be pushing the wolf back. It's a good fight, but it's not going to be enough.
I mean, it won't be enough. I definitely have more psychic power than the Fuckerby's pinky.
Or maybe
wait,
you do
that
have
makes
more
no
of the
sense.
psychic power. And he pauses and
Wait a minute,
turns.
hold up there, hold up. Okay, so 1 pinky, and just I have more power in my pinky than him. Yeah, there we go, I figured it out.
Well, I don't know. Because he is using a weird that goes beyond the mind space. He's using dark things, alien things. And your friends, they won't last long. And like he points again, and you can see now that like Braine and like Reeb and Zedek are kind of having to back off. Your psychic wolf is sort of being like beaten down, not by like any attacks, but just the sneering smile of the Defuckerby cloud.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be enough, I'm afraid. You're going to lose, and your friends, they're all going to die. And you're just like your village.
Lord, we're losing this fight on this end.
And like, yeah, you hear Reeb shouting to your corporeal body, like you can hear it in the back of your skull.
It's like, I assume I can't reply back to him or something.
I'd let you like respond, like your like corporeal form can like grits something through gritted teeth.
It's like you'll Earndil, everybody else will hear just going like, I'm trying my best.
And like back in the spirit hill that you have, the figure of this raider chieftain shaman says, but your best might not be enough. And if your best isn't enough, all of your friends are going to die. But there's more than that. You've seen it, haven't you? You've seen him sitting there. He's gonna sit on the throne. And like you have a flashback to that dream you had before waking up in the cave of Slabbergo de Fuckerby sitting on the golden throne of mankind, the smile flashing into your vision, imitating perfectly the cloud form that is like pushing against your friends, pushing them to the walls of the village.
Lorn will look at him on the mountains and say, how do I know you're not lying? I've already experienced 3 other of your ilk trying to convince my friends and whatnot. We've all said no. How do I think you're just trying to trick me or something? Yes, yes, I've seen the visions. Yes, I've seen it all. I don't think you have anything.
I can give you everything. I can give you the power you need to make your weird, to break your weird, and make it your own. To break the cycle, to stop the man who would kill your friends. And like at this point, like Lorn and Zedek and Braine have fallen back to just at the door of the village. Like the more of these feathered monstrosities are rushing and attacking them.
Anytime, Lorn.
This is the worst planet ever!
I'm trying.
Right! That Raider chieftain! He points towards the fella who Lorn is battling with. If we kill him, this is over!
And like there's this like in the center of the storm is the like not the shamanistic version that Spirit Lorn is with on the hill, but this hulking brute in plated armor. It looks as though he's taken the plates from even the Emperor's angels and fused them to his armor. And he wields this club that is like spiked with adamantine and pats it in his hand as he advances. The throng of feathered bestial creatures running towards. They're going to try, but they won't succeed.
Of course they're going to try. I have faith in them. Nolan kind of look from the mountainside. Like, he yells there, but it's like, he obviously probably won't even go through. But he's like, you can do it, boys. Like, I'll hold off to things. You can do it. Just slay the chieftain folk. Once he's gone, everything comes down.
So what are the people on the ground doing? Like, you've got this sort of like mob of bestial, like feathered creatures in front of you using primitive weaponry, and then you have this immense ogre titan coming towards you with its big club.
Do we see this this chieftain?
Yeah, like you see him sort of in the middle of this, surrounded by dozens of these like armored these bestial figures.
I am going to attempt to grab the attentions of the Horde and the Titan and break off from the group, hoping to create a pathway to get to the shaman.
Okay.
Use myself as bait.
Well, sorry, I should clarify. The shaman isn't like in that group. The shaman and Lorn are like having a spirit conversation on a hill that you can't see. All you're seeing is this big titan like leader in the miasmic fog. Like he is the leader of this attack.
Oh, okay. In that case, I'm gonna run at this guy.
Absolutely.
I have been told, I have just soulfully experienced that it is important to not be a psycho murder machine. But for this particular instance, okay, I'll be a psycho murder machine, sure.
Yeah. You can't quite reach him, but you can like attack the mob, absolutely.
I'll do that.
Okay. Give me a weapon skill test. +1 for charge, sure.
Here we go.
Whoop his ass.
The kick his ass. I'm gonna get you.
This is a lot of time.
Yeah.
So that is going to be 13 successes.
Uh-huh.
I'll be moving those 3 wrath over. It's
Yep.
okay.
Will you save them all?
And that is another 3 damage, so it's 16 damage, AP3.
You start cutting down almost 10 of these things, just slashing them with your sword, and they're falling, and they're giving off these like caw, but like as you slash them down, like they seem to burst into this black dust and add to the storm around you. And like back up on the hill, the raider shaman beside you, Spirit Lorn. They're trying very well, and they have spirit, but spirit might not be enough.
I'm sure they can make it. Just watch them. They're going to clear through all these things and take out that chieftain.
And
We'll change history.
as that is said,
convince me otherwise.
the black smog cloud of Defuckerby, like the sneering smile, like seems to turn and look down at Braine. Braine, can you give me a willpower test, please?
Since you asked me so nicely.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I could.
I'll put 2 into this.
Sure.
To glory.
To glory.
Hey, 5 successes.
Yeah.
Okay, not quite enough. The difficulty here is 8.
That's an insane number of human beings.
Says the someone who just rolled the 13. Okay.
Well, okay, all right, but like all of my points are in that one skill. Mm-hmm. Oh God. I guess
It's almost like the Defuckerby cloud might have all of his points in crazy psychic powers.
This is highly irregular. Of course, I'll be spending the rest of the glory. That's okay.
So 2 more points.
Yeah, 2
Sure.
more points. Okay. Hey.
Need 1 more.
And then I will wrath the remainder.
Sure.
Ah!
Okay.
Oh.
So
I'm Braine.
So you fall to your knees and resist the compulsion to kill your allies.
Whew, that was close. I almost did
like,
that earlier too.
Up on the hill, the shaman sort of like, oh well, they are a bit surprising. Their weird must be supported by others. Look at that, such abilities to hold out against that monstrous thing. Zedek, what are you doing?
Zedek will likewise rush out into the storm to try and clear out the mob. Because clearly this big boy is our ticket to getting out
So
of this hell.
Braine's kind of like cut a path. You could probably reach the big boy.
Zedek will start running towards this open path as much as he can.
Okay. Yeah, you could charge the big boy from where you are.
I would love to charge, but I will also die in close combat because I'm a squishy boy.
Coward.
Yeah, we've established this.
Okay.
Hostile GM! Hostile GM!
Yeah, we got a hostile GM in here.
Hostile GM!
Come on, just gotta get a complaint with the GM's union.
Okay, I'll call your bluff, Thurston. I'll charge big boy.
Wow, okay, shit.
Yeah.
I was not
'Cause there's
expecting that.
No way that he could possibly be hostile, I'm sure.
No, of
I've
course.
hunted him to his death.
He's actually a pacifist.
I will attack you with the...
Okay, before you do that, Reeb, can you give me a willpower test?
Ah!
No, I don't think I will.
Oh,
Thanks, Cap.
okay. Well, if you want to fail, that's fine.
No, I'm just not gonna fail it.
Oh.
He makes a good point.
Hostile player? Shit!
I make him do your declaration that I do not fail.
Take the last of the glory, guys.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, we have no glory now.
Okay.
Boom. Hey, you happy? I got 2.
Okay, I'm very happy. Would you like to wrath that at all?
No.
Okay, would you roll me a ballistic skill check?
Sure. Stinky. I'm being hostile now.
You are going to be hostile.
Yes.
Oh God, he is hostile.
Okay, will you roll the
offered you the
damage
wrong
on your
god.
flamer?
Motherfuck.
Limber. Limber. I mean, I probably should have just rolled the flamer.
That's
yes.
Yeah.
You could just roll it again. It's fine. It'll do the whole thing, but yeah. Okay. So Zedek, as you start running, Reeb turns kind of like against his will, raising his flamer and like blasts a gout of fire at you. So you're on fire and take 11 points of damage.
Ooh, okay.
While you are on fire, do you complete your charge towards this big guy?
Yes, I do, because maybe I also catch you
Absolutely.
on
Make
fire.
me a charge attack, please.
Sure. Where's the... I've never charged anybody before. Fuck.
You'll hit him.
Pistol.
Absolutely. Like, rush up and shoot point blank with the arc pistol? Yeah.
I meant to use the power saber.
Oh, do you want to use the power sword? Go ahead.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, go ahead. And don't forget to add +1 because dice, because you're... Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, you'll still hit. With that? Okay, yeah. So you manage to slice slightly into the armor and, like do a flesh wound to this guy who just, like, looks down at you while you are on fire.
Just looking up at him like, hi, how are you?
How you doing?
Kill him!
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
He looks back at Pi and Reeb, who has set him on fire, and just, like, shrugs. But you know, I could.
Okay.
I'm
just... One sec.
Dice are rolling.
He responds. Zedek, you take 16 points of damage at AP -2 as the club comes around and smashes into your chest.
Am I allowed to sidestep this?
He hit you with a 9.
Yeah, I mean, that still hits. Yeah. 16 minus 2. Oh, I would like to, I'd like to determination that so I don't die instantly.
Absolutely.
Determination.
Dose.
Ooh.
That's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
how you doing, Zedek?
I'm down to 0 shock and a wound.
So, like, there's just this smash, and, like, you feel your armor, like, buckle and break as you're still on fire. Meanwhile, at this point, like, more of these bestial things are now swarming, filling in the gaps surrounding Braine. Like, Reeb seems to like, have this glazed look in his eyes. And we cut back up to the mountain with the two spirit forms looking down at all of this. As you can see, your friends aren't doing too well. They need your help.
I mean, I'm helping them all I can.
But you could help them more. You just need to accept me gifts. I'll give you all the power you need to stop him. You have to be the one to stop the fucker, man.
I don't believe that we can. Still believe we can stop him just as we are. It's just.
Like Lorn's still looking down a little bit, just like, like come on,
And like
guys.
I'm going to like narratively declare like at this point like Zedek falls down from the fire before like even getting another hit off. Braine is just consumed by this horde of beasts.
What'll happen to me?
You'll learn everything.
Everything
you need.
No. What else will happen to me?
You'll do what you need to do to save your friends, won't ya?
From last I heard from the other ones, at least from the green fellow, you all hate the fucker me as much as we do.
Aye, that's right.
He's a threat to all of you, is he?
He's a threat to everything, he is.
What do you fear most about him?
He could end the game, and we don't want the game to end.
What happens when the game ends.
And like as you ask that, the lights go out. You realize that there's complete darkness. There's just you staring at this figure. Everything stops.
Can I, is there anything I can roll to see if I believe that or not wholeheartedly?
Absolutely. What kind of skill? Like insight would be a good one?
Yeah, insight, yeah.
Yeah, sweet.
It's not very high, but yeah, I failed completely.
So he's giving you this whole thing, like he's giving you a fucking PowerPoint slide real time of like reality ending.
Lorn will look back at his friends, which I assume they're all scrambling, trying to fucking like survive.
Oh yeah, like at this point, Braine is like completely like covered by a horde. Zedek is like on the ground, like still on fire as this chieftain is raising up his immense club. Reeb seems to like be like turning his flamer around against himself.
Holy fuck.
It's fine. It's Zinch. He does this.
She says as he does this.
One will turn to him
And say that. I want some terms.
What be your terms?
After I get rid of the fuck with me, it's over. No more. That's it. That's all you want, right? That's it. No more after that.
If you stop his plans, that can be arranged.
and Lorn will extend out his hand.
And like, rather than reaching out a hand of his own, he lowers down the black wood staff, and the tri-claw, the like avian bird-like claw, grips your extended hand and bites into your flesh, and you feel your mind open, and there's this exhalation, and you're back in the village. You're back in the village. The black cloud in the distance is gone, and like you realize that you've gone back to the moment when you led your companions. Like you've led Zedek, you've led Reeb, you've led Braine into the village for the first time, telling them they have to get ready. But there's no cloud now. Everything is stopped. You're simply there in the village. And like for the rest of you, it is as though none of that combat ever happened. You've simply been dragged by Lorn to his village with like worries of like war and death, but instead you come to this peacefully idyllic village.
Hey, folks.
And like the kids are smiling, and like some of them seem to like wave at you and run off and play. Others are like mending. And at the far end of the village, like up against the base of the wall, is a cave. And in that cave, you can see the sort of like liminal space beyond of the strange webway.
But we came to a completely normal village.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was really weird here, but well, let's keep going.
And that's the exit?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Reeb. I'm gonna look at Zedek. I'm gonna look back at
them.
Lorn.
What did you do?
You saw me. I beat it back, right?
What did you do?
What do you mean? I won. See, look.
I don't know what
smelled
you won about. We walked into this village and you said, "Oh, no, it's fine. No, this is my own voice." I'm not good at doing your voice, but you.
No, Braine, come, look. It's the village's armies. They saved the village. Look, the enemy
And like
army is
outside,
smothered
yeah, you
upon
see
the
their villager
mountainside.
warriors have come back and are like putting swords to the wounded of the enemy.
But nothing happened.
What do you mean? Of course nothing happened. We just arrived. We just
My
village
walked into
seems
what
fine.
a bird guy's magic evil gimmick is just making everything nice.
Man, I don't know. He sucks, I guess.
Lorn, you're
Look
full
at
of
him.
shit. What happened?
I think at this point you gotta like roll insight or some shit. It's like
Yeah.
I'm
Give me an insight test.
Of course. My sight is, as always, impeccable and incredible.
So was Lorn's.
I invested 1 point into it. I'll put a glory into that, friends.
That's 3. Better than we could
This seems like generally weird, but like you're not suspicious of Lorn.
And then we gotta look around and see, like, what's up with this place, Braine. It's like, it's just my army won, the village is safe, everyone seems happy. Like, I'm kind of confused too. It's like, why? Like, what are they gonna do?
Well, if it is not something that you have done, then clearly your real trial has yet to occur. We must examine the villagers. Maybe they are all secretly spiders or something. I don't know.
We don't have time to go meddling with Lorn's memories. We have to get moving.
Yeah, well, if they didn't want to come and say hi, I guess they, I don't know, had another soul to take. Let's go.
But something is weird, Lorn. You need to watch out. There might be a trick that might not be the exit.
No, listen.
So what, are we going to remain in this frozen hellhole for the rest of our days while we try to figure
Reeb, you told me. You all told me the thing that I should always use my brain and not act thoughtlessly. Well, we are acting thoughtlessly if we just say, oh, well, this one was just a normal hole in Fenris, lol.
The question then becomes, Pi, what exactly do they gain if they all despise Fuckerby from continuing to waste our time?
Well, probably the same thing they would have gained from me killing all of you. One guy, that's cool.
The one god who was attempting to get you to turn into a wanton murder machine probably isn't thinking terribly tactically.
Are you telling me that I got the stupid one?
I don't know that for certain, but given the fact that he was literally just offering you a legion so you could go and...
Oh, he was offering you guys legions.
We don't have need for... Why would he bother offering them to us? He knows we're not going
Zedek, what are you doing during this?
He's thinking he probably should intervene, but at this point, it's fucked.
Zedek is eating a crepe.
Hey, Lord, you didn't tell me if crepes on Fenris. Just
Oh, that's great. Say, yeah, everyone here have one.
eat the crepes, Pie. Eat the crepe.
I can't. I can't eat.
There is such a thing as overthinking things. If we've been spared this frustration, I imagine we've been allowed to move forward. And we've passed or failed the test. It doesn't bloody matter.
Oh, there goes his father again on his fucking hot rod, asshole.
Yeah, there goes that.
I wanted to shoot him really fucking hard.
Yeah, let's just, don't worry. I got this.
Lord snaps his fingers and just a lightning bolt just comes in.
Yeah, it's just a Space Marine account. It's like the really stupid attack trike that like Space Marines get.
Oh,
Powered
God,
strike.
yes. ATV.
Oh, we've now realized there's a Mario Kart track around the village.
Oh, my God, yes.
Well, okay. If there is nothing else, then, and you are all in agreement, then maybe I am simply being paranoid. But don't forget, my totally genius conspiracy was right after all, and I have a good sense of these things. So just watch yourselves going forward. I am nervous.
I have you to watch my back, Braine.
Yes.
That Lorn's gonna start walling out.
Yeah, so you head towards the cavernous entrance, which leads back to the strange liminal space. And like Lorn, you kind of shepherd everyone in, and they all go through, and it's like you're sort of the last. You turn around like one last time to look at your village, happy and like clearly not destroyed. Your memory somewhat adjusted to compensate for this, but in the far, far distance you see the small pinprick figure of the shaman with the staff standing on the distant hill. And then you turn and you walk out, returning back into the strange liminal space. You walk out, and all of you return back to the psychedelic backgrounds, the bridge of nothingness that you traverse, your footsteps echoing and making no sounds at the same time as you walk through this place that shouldn't exist.
There's 4 of them. You said right, Reeb? There's only 4 of them?
4 of them, 4 of us. Unless there's some other one floating around malingering somewhere else.
Yes. Now.
It's funny that word starts with mal.
Yeah, it's almost like I intended it. What?
Funny meme.
Oh no, everyone, now we need to go through church's temptation.
Oh no!
Oh no! Passion of the Christ!
The Last Temptation Church.
It's like a giant fat rat. It's like, hey kid, you want to buy a cigar?
It's the Great Horned Rat. Thank you.
You want a
Chad.
warp tones?
As Earndil dies inside. Very good. Yeah, you continue walking, and like having some time to discuss what you've like encountered. I believe you're mentioning that there were only 4, and Reeb, you 4 of them, 4 of us.
Well, let's continue this path. Wondering where we're going to end up now.
Suffering awaits.
You know, it was probably a good idea for that Eldar not to be here, because, we totally would have killed that Eldar by now. I just know it.
Oh, she would have found a way to deal with it. Those Ponzi bastards figure something out.
No, I probably would have attacked her first, or maybe, we might have pushed her into the zombies, or, there were things that it probably was a good idea she did not come.
Either way.
Okay, you continue on. And eventually, you see something at the end of the area. It appears to be 2 sets of wooden doors. They have no handles, but it looks like they're sort of like in a box almost. Like there's wooden edging around them, and then there's 2 of them that have flat wooden surfaces at the end of the strange street.
I believe this is where our road ends, at least in this nightmare realm.
Good.
Yeah.
Finally tired of this. Get out of this horrible, horrible place.
I feel like worse. I feel worse having them.
Yes, I think we all
You feel better about after all that point. We've got some words.
Yeah, I feel pretty bad, and like I have a big, heavy headache.
Nice.
Let's just get out of
Maybe
here.
we should bomb the area. I don't know.
Let's leave.
Virus bomb all of it. No more squids. No squids.
No squids. But yeah, you have these sort of these two wooden doorways.
I guess I'll push the first one open. Or try to.
Okay. It pushes open, and as you push, some force almost sucks you in, and it sucks all of you. You find yourselves tumbling over top of one another. Luckily, Pi being first, since he is made of metal, and you find yourself disgorged into a room, and you hear this humming sound, and there is a massive slam behind you. And Zedek, you're the first to kind of look up from this as you see your bed.
Oh. Are we really? Are we back?
And as you sort of stand up, you look back and you see the slammed shut frame of your closet.
Have we been in the closet the whole time?
Well, I'm glad that you can now, experience your journey, Zedek. Now
Yes,
that you are
we're all
out.
here to support
Yes,
you.
we're very happy for
We're
you.
all here for you.
I hate
Living
all of
authentically
you.
from here on out.
For goodness sake, just where are we?
Get it? We're back on the ship.
Oh, then be damn quiet then. We're not supposed to be here, remember?
Wait, there's only one way to know if this is really the ship.
I'm going to walk into Zedek's medicine cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
Spending a point of wrath, I probably left some like radium pistol rounds somewhere around in the medicine cabinet. Are they still there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, these were here. They're very radioactive. So,
And like as this is going on, I assume like Reeb, you kind of like have the tenacity to look around and like notice the viewing port that looks out, and you can see the planet outside the viewing port.
Where are we?
It is. Give me a scholar check, actually.
Oh, fucking boy.
Whoop.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Scholar. Throw. I'll give you a 7.
Yeah, you look out to see there is a single dead world floating outside, and you recognize it from the reports you've read, everything you've memorized. It is the dead far world of Fimbria 5.
Oh, I was gonna be like, dead world. Oh, we're at Terra.
No. It is Fimbria 5, the planet at the absolute far edge of the system.
Gentlemen, we appear to be in orbit around Fimbria 5. Cover the...
And as you look down at it, you can see something catches your eye momentarily. Some kind of line cutting through the planet, like a almost vibrant neon green glow. And then another line. And suddenly you're seeing large swaths of the planet begin to glow with this green color. And that is where we are going to end today's session.
Whoa!
We did
Thank
it.
you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, nothing bad ever happens to the Warhams party.
Yay, Peter Griffin.
And so with that, I'd like to say thank you to the one who almost got taken over by Korn, Oscar Ty, Ranger, and Tech Priest.
Yes, I'm Braine, played by me, Speaker D. I am on Twitter at Super Snake Kick. I am on YouTube, but oh god, I don't post anything there, and now everything is changed and different, and So, yes, thank you all for being here and sharing our tears and fears.
Amazing, awesome medic, inquisitorial acolyte.
It's Reeb Van Horn, played by Earndil. You can meet me at Twitter at Earndilio, and literally nowhere else.
I have been ZoranTheBear, playing Lorn, the Sanctioned Psyker, and our amazing and absolutely respected captain of, or our rogue trader of the Debt Collector.
That's me, playing the illustrious Captain Zedek. I'm HulkyKrow. You can find me on Twitter at HulkyKrow on Zoran's Discord, and the same name, as well as on the Warhams community Discord server, which I'm sure there's a link floating around somewhere. But you can follow that, hang out with me and the other cast members. We do fun stuff. It's a great community. Stop on by. It's very fun.
And thank you again, Mr. Thurston Hillman, our game master for this session, for doing telling another amazing story today.
Thank you, and thank y'all for going through this player psychology-based episode where we dug up all of our old sins and talk through them. We got to have these talks before we get into the end game. I'm excited. You can find me on all the things add-on called GM. The Twitter is where I do stuff sometimes, and then check my Twitch. I might actually be streaming stuff in the coming weeks because I got some stuff I gotta do, so I figure I might as well do it with an audience. Woo! Okay, that's me.
All right, with that, everybody, let us go ahead and switch it over and thank everybody who has been supporting us. I do like to say thank you everybody who has been supporting the Twitch side of things. Thank you everybody who's been helping us on the Patreon side of things. We'll see if the text here wants to work. Come on, you can do it. I believe you can do it. Just do the thing. Okay, it broke. Wait, no, there it is. It just took it a while. But yeah. But thank you everybody who's been supporting us on Patreon. Thank you everybody for coming back to the streams and stuff like that. It's been incredibly helpful. It's good to know that people still want to come over and say hi to us, even with all the turmoil and everything that's been going on with the Warhammer side of things and everything. And I'm sure we all definitely like to say thank you for supporting us when you can. once we finish up the story, we hope you guys could continue to join us and everything else. So as we have the Patreon thing roll, thank you.
Yeah, thank all of you. Hopefully we'll have news soon on like what our mad plans are.
Yes. Yeah, just stay tuned to our social medias, to our Discord and everything else. If you go on my Discord, I also have a link to the Warhams community one in there, so you can have all your Zoran goodness and also all of the Warhams goodness as well. In there, we'll be putting out a post fairly soon, basically detailing our roadmap for the future, so you all know what the hell is coming in the future and all the stuff that we're working on in the back end stuff. So thank you, chat. We'll see you all next time. Remember to visit warhams.tv for the schedule, so you know when the next episodes are. See you next time. Good night. Goodbye.
Bye. To the sky. He is coming with the clouds.
No, he's not.
No, fuck. I was wrong.